right. Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure it started up the right one. Welcome back to the Slice of Shonen Podcast. I am your host on the boat, Sailor, and we have a pretty eventful week this week, man. I'm super excited to talk about the chapters this week. I really enjoyed all of them. Just some really good stuff, man. Thank you guys for listening in. Whether you're tuning in for the first time or coming back, we appreciate y'all, man. Make sure to drop a like and share with people too. I almost forgot to mention that. Of course, it is not just me on this podcast here. I have my Ensemble of Excellence. Let me go down the list for y'all. We have the Adam, aka Jigga, whose channel is linked down below. Make sure you guys go check that out. Then we have the Silver. We have the me. Hello, how are you? We have the Cookin' Taco. Back at it again, man. The people missed you, Taco. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
That's good, man. I'm happy for you. And of course, the Zenith Annie Manga, whose channel and Patreon are also linked down below. Make sure you guys go check that out whenever you guys get the chance, man. But yeah, good stuff this week. Good stuff. Fellas, is there any housekeeping notes that you guys want to go over before we get started on this week's podcast?
Play Sparking Zero if you haven't still.
True! I need to get back into playing that more.
And welcome, Sky.
The most fun and funniest
Sky.
game that there could be.
Oh my god, yeah. That shit is ridiculous, man.
One of my favorite interactions, like, so far, like, when you start up a match is, Boo Tanks versus Ultimate Gohan, and Boo Tanks is like, oh, what do you think of me now? Gohan just says, well, I guess you look cool, but it doesn't make you look any less stupid.
My favorite one is Great Saiyaman and Topo. They have like an interaction together. It's like, the champion of justice, the protector of justice are fighting together as one. That's like my favorite one. I love that one. But yeah, Sparking Zero, good game. Good game. You guys should check it out.
My favorite is the one with Pan, where she's like Pan and Ultimate Gohan, where Pan goes, "Oh wow, Dad, are we up for a sparring session? Sounds fun." And then Gohan says, "No, I'm here to kill you."
Fight you. No.
Spar you.
No. Spar you. Oh, there was another one that I saw on YouTube Shorts where I forget what it was, but it was Kid Trunks and somebody. I think it may have been Gohan. I don't know. Someone was just like, "Hey, if we spar, I'll take you out for a treat. We'll have some fun." And he's like, "No cap? All right, let's do this."
Yeah, it's Trunks and Vegeta.
That was a flashbang when I heard that. I was like, hearing Trunks unironically say "no cap," let's go. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, kids these days.
True. I don't understand
It's
that
the
whole
drink
drink
in
thing,
the cup.
but sure.
They call him the drink, bro.
You know what? I'll just take your word for it.
Niggas call me the drink.
And Vegeta's the cup.
Almost the straw.
Alright.
When he was a kid, they called him the juice box.
Alright.
You put a whole team of them together, you get the vending machine.
Alright, bro. Alright. Yeah, Sparking Zero, very fun game, fun interactions. I played it a bunch when it released. I need to jump back on playing it. Man, I am not going from Street Fighter to Sparking Zero is such a fucking experience, because like Supers in Street Fighter, they do damage, but like I make a mistake in Sparking Zero and it's like, oh, I just lost like 12 health bars.
You die.
Chat, listen, he may say that, but the real reason it's so shocking is because there's just no feet in Sparking Zero. All you've got is like Frieza's gripper fucking.
I was about to say, what about the Frieza family, bro?
Paws.
Yeah, man. Speaking of feet, I played as Android 18 the other day, and dude, her super is so cool. It's so fucking cool, man. The way
I see one where she kicks.
Well, yeah, she kicks you, and then she like does like a Goku, like she spins you around in a circle, she throws you, no look death beam behind her, and you just explode. That shit goes crazy.
Awesome.
Like, that shit goes crazy. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I may have to start playing 18 more if she's got that much sauce. But yeah, man. So far, I've just been playing Ultra Instinct Sign, and I want to get better at Teen Gohan, because Teen Gohan's cool. I like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But yeah, aside from that, man, good stuff. Are you fellas ready to start the podcast?
Yeah.
Hi, wakarimasu. Let us start. Ooh, let me get my new pen. It's a left-handed pen. It's specifically curated for me. It's very nice. One New Pisua, chapter 1130. Fellas, how are you feeling about this one?
It was a very good chapter. And the only regret I have is that we're now on a 2-week break after this. And so we gotta sit with it.
No, my regret is that Frankie has like the coolest fucking outfit in this entire chapter, and I know he's gonna lose that shit so fast.
That shit is
on
gone, bro.
It's gonna be so fucking gone.
It is over. Yeah, that shit is out of there. Yeah, no way.
He is dripped out.
Yeah, I like that interaction at the when they were on the ship. They was like, "Hey, we appreciate that, but fuck the search. They'll be okay. Let's just keep going." I like that. Very much showing faith. Yeah, showing faith in the crew. It's really nice. It comes across as heartless. Everyone's like, "Wait, what? Seriously?" But no, it's very much faith in everybody. Like, they'll be fine. It's okay.
It's like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are there. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they'll be okay. It's all right. Very, very wholesome interaction there. I guess skipping ahead a little bit in the chapter, and we can backtrack, but I really like that it was Robin specifically who pointed out the X. It was very nice. Nice little callback to Alabasta. And Vivi coming through. I am so excited to see everybody's reaction to what's going on. Or I guess specifically the Alabasta crew that's on Elbaf right now. Because I think the last time that we really talked about her, we were like worried, like, oh no, something happened to Vivi. We need to go to Marijois right now, make sure she's okay. And I think Zoro was the one like, nah, fuck that. We need to stay on track.
Yeah, it was like
Classic
directly
Zoro.
after Wano.
Yeah. So
Actually, Zoro going the wrong way.
I was gonna say leaving somebody for dead, but yeah, that too.
True.
So I have a question, right? So like, skipping ahead a lot. Last page, right? It shows Elbaf, and this is a giant island, and that sort of buildings we see along the middle section, right? Those are presumably giant buildings, correct? Am I so far as everyone like in agreement with these premises?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Who the fuck is that sword for on the right?
Me.
Kaido, bro. Onigashima.
Sorry, bro. I dropped that shit.
I mean, if I had a word to guess, I'm guessing it'd have to be like belonging to one of the ancient giants, because those guys were like even huger than the regular giants we see.
Yeah.
That's the only
like-
explanation I can think of.
That's crazy, right?
Oh
Two
yeah.
giants
absolutely.
to wield it.
Here's the thing. Oda's scale isn't the most reliable, but if we're taking this
That's
at face
pretty
value,
fucking egregious, to be fair, if that's a mistake.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Man,
I don't
welcome to
think it
One Piece.
is.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Zenith. Hi. We're One Piece. First time.
taking it at face
Yeah, no.
value, that sword is.
It
The
is
skull
mild.
from Onigashima look.
That nigga walked
know.
away mid convo. Holy shit! It was
Okay,
way
no, it
like
wasn't just me.
it was way more different than a usual cutout. You went like, yeah. So the sword, it was different than. I was like, whoa, damn, brother, walked
That
away.
sword is like over. It's miles.
It's a
It's
chunky
massive,
boy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a chunky boy for sure.
We're going to see it soon, and it's gonna be like maybe 200 feet tall next time we see it.
Oh yeah.
Biblically
Okay.
accurate sword.
You think it could just be Loki's?
I
No,
no.
like, he can't
There's no
carry that.
fucking way.
Bro, you don't have
No,
faith?
no. Here's the thing. It's a lot like Zoro's sword because it changes size depending on who picks it up.
Okay,
see.
to put it in perspective, you look at the very bottom of the sword, like near where the tip would be. You can see the castle that Luffy and crew just broke out of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait,
Rhodo.
are we actually?
What?
Oh no, I was gonna say is like, are we actually sure that I see the point? The part you're
Yes.
talking about.
That's
Next
the
to
castle,
that
because
one. Are we
it's a
actually
bridge.
sure that's a continuation from the sword?
Well, yeah, but we could see. Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean it's in
Like, are we
perfect
sure-
alignment with the sword.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
that doesn't
nothing
mean
else
it's not
that
part of
could
the
be.
sword.
Yes, that is the tip of the sword.
Definitely part of the sword.
What I'm saying is that building, the castle, you can see it in comparison to the sword. That castle is big enough that it's like a regular castle to full-grown giants. Roto is walking around like a normal building. So that sword is massive even to giants.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think
who
it's
is that for?
That
Well,
thing's
it's
gonna
for
cut the
the-
fucking red line.
Silver. He brought it up. It's probably a sword from an ancient giant because they were way bigger than the regular giants.
That is.
Even then, they weren't that big.
There is. Yeah, they were.
To be fair,
To be
it's
fair.
once again, this is like, yeah, because I do truly believe that, like, yeah, he just drew that shit because it looks cool. He
It
didn't
could
think
just be
about the
aesthetic
fact that
because he does
it-
call it
but
the
also-
Warland. It could be aesthetic.
Also, it is just true that their character, like, you can't. I think part of it is like, oh well, we're thinking like that's like a normal sword, like a character carries, which like can be true, but also, you know, there are characters in One Piece that have swords that are like as big as them. You know, like Mihawk's fucking what's the one that he painted?
Kuro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Yoru.
Yoro is like as basically the same size as Mihawk.
Mhm.
Just as an example. So it's like that's I mean that's still
Mhm.
massive, obviously, in which case, you know, One Piece. But it's not like the person who wielded that was like twice the height of Elbaf. They could just be the height of Elbaf, which is perfectly normal.
Type shit.
It's
I mean,
one of
if you
those.
remember from, like, if you guys remember from Thriller Bark, that's actually entirely possible.
Nobody remembers Third Bark. Zenith. Or
Well-
Silver.
It's one of those things
Not
where,
too
like,
much.
again,
I like
Oda's
Bark.
Oda's size scaling is not the most reliable, but basically, Oars is an ancient giant, and he's as tall as like two regular giants standing like on top of each other.
Yeah.
Which is
fucking
huge.
huge, yeah.
But again, that would still put him smaller than the castle.
Mhm.
Apparently, yeah.
And again,
Hey man, I have faith.
You know.
I very much have faith.
Now, what we're seeing here is Zoro's next sword. He's gonna
That's the
hit it
fifth
with
sword.
the hockey finger grip to just like barely swing it around.
Insane.
I genuinely do think, like, maybe I could be wrong, but I think it's not gonna like really be explained or like matter.
Oh yeah, no, I doubt it. It just looks
No, yeah.
I'm sure Oda has like a backstory for
right
it.
like in his head.
Yeah, but like it's like Onigashima with the skull and stuff. We never learned.
Yeah, I was gonna question that. Is like, do we know what that fucking skull is?
No, we never.
Bro, it
figured out
belongs
what
to
it
They
is.
the
never
guy that
explain it.
belongs to the guy that
Bro.
used the sword.
When Loki points at that sword and says that's the sword of a great warrior, the symbol of what this nation used to be, stay on that side, okay, buddy? Stay on that side, buddy.
So
Stay on
comfortable
that
staying on
side.
that side.
Legitimately,
Listen,
whatever.
man, I'm investing stock.
Whatever the skull, whoever the skull from Onigashima belonged to when they were alive, that person would probably be big enough to wield the sword, considering what Sky said, where it's like
Sure.
the sword could be much bigger than the person. They could still use it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's probably never gonna explain. I had to mention it.
it's a
What the
very, it's one of my favorite like island reveals in the series.
It's so
It's
pretty.
very-
cool.
Dude,
Really
I
good
love
design.
that. That shit's goddamn.
Like even down to
really
like the
cool.
small text of someone saying like the island is shaking, like as Loki is laughing, like as a scale.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, no, they're definitely leaning heavy on the North myth here.
Yeah.
Dude, the panel
True.
of like Luffy walking up to Loki when he's all chained up is
One of my
fucking
favorite
sick.
spreads.
It's so- I love
It's
it.
so
Yeah,
fucking cool. It's so fucking cool, man. I'm so excited to see what this fucker is all about. And it's like it's so simple, but I always love it when someone just asks Luffy like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm Luffy. I'm gonna be the king of the pirates." And it's like, "Yeah, that's my fucking guy right there."
I loved if Loki's just like, "What's a pirate?"
The hell's a pirate? What's going on here? I've been in jail for so long, I don't know shit, man. Help me. Yeah, no. I mean, to be fair, could happen. I mean, probably not to the extent of what we've seen in this chapter with Dory and Broggy, but like Dory and Broggy were battling for 100 years. They got off Little Guard and they're like, whoa, y'all are handing out bounties with a B? That's crazy. Like,
Back in my day, we only spelled bounties with M's. We called them bounties.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to say million.
Yeah, right? This is like, whoa, y'all are handing out 1.8 bill? What the fuck? So, I mean, hey, you never know. Loki may need to get accustomed to stuff.
I just know that, like, that was, like, when they're at the Marine headquarters, like, discussing bounties, it's just like, yeah, these Dory and Broggy guys, these are crazy, like, you know, probably, like, at least $1 billion for them, right? And then they get a note from the fucking, the Gorosei, and it's just like, not make it higher.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
bump that up.
It feels kind of excessive, so make it higher.
Bump it up. More. Yeah.
They will cut my head off like 3 times.
I also love Robin's just like simple explanation for it, where she's just like, inflation. It's just like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, ain't that the fucking truth, sister? Hey.
It was like so fucking real.
Hey, I fucking feel that.
They could have told, Luffy could have told Dory and Broggy when they met, it's like, oh, my bounty's like 60 million, or just whenever he got the 60 million bounty. And they'd be like, oh my god, this gets real tough. Because it's just like, oh, that's like $1 billion by our standard.
Yeah, this guy's unfuckwithable, bro.
You know, you could buy like 5 cars, 12 houses, 3 yachts, and an island with that money. What can you buy now? Damn, bro, Doritos.
Yeah. A stick
Baby
of gum.
chopper.
Yeah.
PS5, not the PS5 Pro though. Let's not be crazy.
Hell no, you getting the PS4, the original, bro.
Original.
Yeah, bro, you gonna have to deal with that airport sound a little bit, brother. You gonna have to
Yeah,
deal with that
no
fan.
no stand either. You gotta fight Annie's lobby for that.
Ugh.
You gotta make a stand to take a stand, type shit. But yeah, I like, just walking around this island is so cool. Like, first off, seeing Gerd, this is like the one time where I'm like, wait a minute, I know you. I recognize you, bro. I felt like Taka. I was like, I know this character. She's from a color page or a cover story.
I've
rather.
never felt like that.
Hey,
they're
man.
literally
Yeah.
Luffy's subordinates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And I
He doesn't
remembered-
know that, but they are.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, "Oh, she's the ship doctor and everything too." Man, yeah. It's really cool seeing that, like, our crew walk around and then you see the scale of the giants and everything. Like, that's gonna take me a little bit to get used to in this arc.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
seeing them walk across the bridge and, like, really pretty. I love that they, like, as our crew is walking across, we have this page with, like, Luffy standing on top of the
Oh, I
rose.
love
When I
that.
mentioned that, I
It's
love that
so
much.
cool, man. Like, it's again such an amazing way to show and detail perspective in this whole thing. Them even saying, like, dude, the gaps in this thing are fucking huge. Like, we can't get across this thing. Every time it, like, they take a leap, it's a leap of faith, man. Usopp.
I love how
It's your
Chopper
time.
says like, "Don't worry about the rope. I'm a professional at this."
Yeah,
I love that
I've
line.
got this. Yeah, don't worry. You're rolling with a true professional, man. But yeah, just to think that, like, Luffy, like, the fact that he's walking around and this is the same dude who could just, like, poop on any giant. Like, it just, like, it's no worries whatsoever. I can just deal with whoever. The fact that he's walking around, he's like, nah, something's weird. That's a crazy build-up for Loki, especially with the later stuff that we get in this chapter with, like, all of the warrior giants having to come together to lock this dude up.
Loki is pretty fucking sick. So I wasn't here.
We
last
were
week,
just wrong.
Yeah, we were just completely wrong. But I'm gonna be
Like,
honest,
I was gonna mention this.
Bro,
Yeah,
we don't have to talk about it. It's a
Yeah, I was gonna
podcast
say,
etiquette.
what happened to the rule?
It is
genuinely,
like,
we
here's
were
the thing.
completely wrong, but this is so much better.
Yeah,
Like, we've been wrong before. We were in another, like, we
Oh yeah.
we were not off the mark. We are in a different continent. Like,
So yeah, no, he is 100% going to be our antagonist for this arc for sure.
I'm not confident about that.
I actually am not completely sold on that.
Really?
Really?
Damn, I'm not yet.
I have a
Wow.
couple reasons.
Okay, go
for
ahead. Yeah.
why. Number one, this is just so out there for like Luffy to meet the main antagonist like 3 chapters into the arc. That like never happens. Usually Oda tries to keep Luffy away from the main antagonist for as long as possible, especially when Luffy's this strong, because like Luffy could just beat him. You know what I mean? It's like first of all, he's locked up, so people are assuming it's like, oh well, Luffy's gonna be dumb and like let him go. Here's another reason. Luffy, this is a very consistent thing. Luffy is an extremely good judge of character. He can tell if someone's evil pretty quickly.
You're evil, aren't you?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I agree on all that. Like I was saying earlier in chat when this chapter came out, I was like, yeah, no, Luffy can be an idiot at times, but he's pretty good at reading people. And I think as the conversation goes along, he's going to realize is like, yeah, this is not a person I should be helping. So all agreement there. But that doesn't mean that he still won't break out at some point. Like maybe he has followers somewhere else on the island, and
Or
they're gonna like
maybe
be a part of a plot.
Or maybe he will bust him out because he'll realize that Loki's actually a pretty cool dude.
Well, the thing is like we're told all this stuff about Loki, that he killed his father and that he's a cursed child and all that, but like we don't know if any of that's true.
I
That's
doubt
true.
that it is because like him.
Nah, I trust unverified sources. All right.
I don't
This
think
is
all
the-
of it is true. I should say. I think some of it is true. I don't think all of it is true. Like him
But
being born as the cursed prince is like, nah. I don't think that's true.
This way, Luffy meeting Loki like this is near identical to how he met Zoro.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Zoro's an asshole.
And here's the thing, the Zoro comparison at the end when Loki's like, I am the sun god who brings the world to an end. Literally 2 arcs ago, Zoro said, I will become the king of hell. Verbatim. And it's
No
like,
way,
no
Zoro
context.
match up. I told you the sword was his, bro. I told you.
Please leave me
I
alone.
told you. The fuck?
Just-
Yeah, no.
Please leave me alone.
Please.
Yeah, no. I'll admit that last
we
line
had-
kind of
If
hit.
we had
Oh, sorry,
no
go.
context, you would think Zoro's fucking insane. But
Yeah.
it's like,
Context. I think Zoro's fucking insane.
yeah, but Zoro's
But
not
yes.
evil. So I think Loki, because what we know about Loki, all the information we know about Loki, I think he's 63 or 64 years old.
That sounds about right from the Big Mom flashback.
Yeah. That's
He
still
was
relatively young for
born-
giants, then.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's probably like, in terms of giant age, he's probably similar to Luffy's age.
Mm.
He's
Mhm.
probably like,
Probably.
Luffy's 19. He's probably around like 19, 20. Like in terms of like giant age. He was born as the accursed child of the giants, and we don't know why that is.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing I was going to bring up because, like, they mentioned that in the TCB scans, but it looks like they took out all that particular line and from him in this one here, and are like in the officials. Like,
Weird.
they say he wasn't born as the accursed prince, but it's just that he's known as the accursed prince.
Okay.
So I
And
do
since
feel like that part is interesting
he
Mm.
committed
because, like, that
all
was a lot of
manner
my initial confusion with him as well. Well, because
Mhm.
like the way he gets framed during in the Big Mom flashback is that yeah, okay, everyone seems to really respect this Loki guy, and then we cut to this scene where he says he was born the accursed prince. Like, that's not a title you get from being well respected by everyone, and so that kind of threw me off.
Mhm.
And it says he committed all manner of evil acts and was sentenced to crucifixion a few years back. Again,
Fucking crazy,
all
by the
manner
way.
of evil acts.
Right.
That just depends. Like, because again, another character, Odin.
I was about to
People-
say, like, yeah, they said a bunch of shit about him.
People thought Odin was genuinely a monster. He ate food on a burning corpse.
My man.
Yeah.
It was ironically the rawest shit ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
as
it
they
was,
say,
but
he
still.
cooked.
It was
So-
alright. Mediocre.
I'm not-
Mediocre.
not totally against the idea of Loki being the main villain. I think he still could be.
Yeah,
I think
it's
what
possible.
matters is the next chapter. Because I don't think. How do I say this? Because Luffy's an idiot and he can be tricked. But I feel like if Loki's genuinely this evil, I don't see Luffy being like, "Hey man, I'll let you go."
Well, all he really
You know,
has
like-
to do is say something that like pisses Luffy off. That could also be another thing. I mean, like it could be very unintentional, like letting him out. I mean,
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be like, you know what, you a real nigga. Here you go, free him. It could just be like, this guy pisses me off. Fuck
Free
you.
my boy. He did kill his dad, but it was cool.
Yeah.
His
Like,
dad
I-
was an asshole.
Because
Yeah.
another thing is like he says, I am the sun god who brings the world to an end.
Yeah.
We have
What
no
do-
context
yeah.
for that
What do you mean by that?
because
The real
like,
sun god
the
is
sun
Road.
god- the sun, yeah, you're right. The sun
Mm-hmm.
god is the deity that the giants worship that they believe will bring liberation and everything to the world. And it's like, I will end the world. I will bring the world to an end. Well, like, wouldn't that kind of be a good thing considering it's run by the world government and emo?
You know,
that's
I don't think he's thinking that
Speaking
far,
of,
honestly. Go ahead,
Road
Danzini.
is such a larper.
Not
Yeah.
too
Like,
much.
and here's the thing, Loki is kind of too, because he's taking that sun god name, right? But like,
yeah, no.
Road is like a degree above that. Like, he's LARPing as a cosplayer. Like,
Not too much.
No, he's like a
alright?
fraud times 2. A fraud squared.
No,
Exactly.
no, false information, fake news. Road.
But yeah,
He noticed that the sun god was locked up, and Loki, he fucking passed that shit to him like one for all. You like my hero Zenith, you can't fool me. So he took
I
that
have
shit.
tried.
You say Run is playing in the background. He's like, yeah, I'm the new sun god. I'm him. I'm gonna make sure this island stays safe. And what was he doing throughout the entirety of his time before the Straw Hats showed up and fucked his shit up? He was keeping the
LARPing?
people safe by taking out outside threats. You wouldn't be able to lay your head down in peace without people like Road, okay? Not too much on my goat. Not too much.
Anyway, if we're past
Did
that,
he
that
just,
round
you
of
can't
nitpicking-
handle the truth, us? What the hell?
Bro, I can unironically point at a picture of Road and just say somebody's goat, bro. Completely for real.
Bro, you damn right. That's my goat right there. My
Okay,
goat,
but
Roto.
anyway. So yeah, no. Anyway, about that moving back to Loki, about that last line, I did find that interesting, because like obviously the first place I went to after seeing that was like actual Norse mythology. And so after doing some research, and by research I
Yeah.
mean like a 10-minute search on Wikipedia,
I
of
was gonna
course,
bring this up,
Don't admit that part, bro.
yeah, well, I might as well be honest for the people. Okay, so
Don't
earlier in
be
the
honest.
chapter
What the
when we were
fuck?
talking- Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, one thing that caught my interest was the fact that he was talking about like the giant on the ship. He was talking about how Loki apparently attained a super powerful legendary devil fruit passed down on the royal lineage. And so that got me thinking. It's like about what that could potentially be. And the first thing that came to mind for me was like maybe it was like a mythical zone based on Fenrir, or which, as you and most of you may know, the legendary wolf said to bring about Ragnarok, aka the end of the world.
I was gonna bring that up,
Oh.
yeah.
So yeah, and then so that goes into further, because like wolves are obviously a big part of Norse mythology. One such wolf being known as Skull, it's said to be the wolf, to be the child of Fenrir, and to be the one to devour the sun again on Ragnarok. Of course, there are some iterations that say the Skull is just simply another name for Fenrir, so it's like a dual role, where Fenrir will devour the sun, and then of course, or finish Ragnarok by devouring Odin, the king of the gods. Where in this case, this could potentially be interpreted as him killing his own dad. So, and again, of course, this is obviously a lot of it out of an interpretation, because again, it's not like Odin needs to follow the myth word for word, or like
Yeah.
it can obviously Fenrir is going to be a way bigger name. And so it would make sense for me that he could just simply use that, And to go even further on this is apparently back in ancient times, school was basically sorry, I need to catch my breath for a sec.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere.
Hey man, as a content creator, I get it, bro. I'd be recording and I'd be like, oh, I need my inhaler.
Yeah.
No. So apparently the Nordic people all saw interpret like a certain astronomical event and interpreted this as Skull chasing the sun. This event was known as a perihelion, also known as a sun dog, or also known as a false or mock sun. So, I think that's pretty much all the setup we kind of need right there. For this to be a very good setup for an antagonist, which is why I'm also leaning heavily on this.
There's also the big thing that if we're talking about a war in Norse myth, Loki is the principal figure to start Ragnarok, which is again the big war. So
do you think we're getting a Ragnarok-esque event in Elbaf?
I do think
I would
it's
not be
funny
surprised
because we just had Kaido who essentially tried to do that, like sink the world into a big war. I think wasn't one of his moves just called Ragnarok?
Yeah,
Ragnarok. Yeah,
Bro's a LARPer.
That's what I'm saying. Fraud.
And we hate LARPers.
And now we have Loki, who is again, generally
I hate Yamato.
Pretty big cause of that.
Yeah,
pretty big part of that.
I was not thinking in terms of like the grand scope of the world, although that makes sense. I thought it was just like Elbaf, where he was just like, this is the war land. This is the place where war originated from. This is where like real niggas reside. So I thought in terms of just like the world, I thought he meant, especially since he's locked up under Elbaf, I thought it was just like, nah, I'm going to destroy all the shit we have going on right now, and I'm going to make things right. I'm going to bring back Elbaf to his former glory. That's what I thought originally, but I could definitely see like the world as a target as well eventually, because, you get bored of all the politics and stuff on Elbaf. You're just like, you know what? Let's go bully other people, especially because some of the other giants weren't like 100% down with following Luffy like Haruden was. But either way.
But he's probably not going to follow myth exactly because, what's the fun in that?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Is like he could just take it a lot of his own interpretation.
What if it was that myth, but we added pirates?
Real shit.
Yeah.
I think its devil fruit is going to be like the ability to like walk through doors, but when there's no door. Yeah, like Blue.
Yeah. No, I think there's actually one like that.
Yeah, it's like that, but like a better version of that. Like he can create windows too.
All right, we saw
the window fruit.
We saw the jacket fruit. Now we got the pants fruit.
Don't you
that was
that? What the fuck?
And then Luffy wears him as pants.
Sky,
that would be one of his weaknesses.
You might find this interesting, but if you recall, when Haruden was first introduced, it was the Colosseum at Dressrosa.
Oh yeah, I remember it vividly. You could ask me to describe any part of that story, and I could do it very easily. But you continue.
Oh, what did Haruden say to Luffy?
Yeah.
Quick, Google it, Sky. Google it.
I don't need to Google it.
It's a trick question. I don't think he said anything.
Yeah, why do you think I was so confused why you'd ask such an obviously incorrect question.
He was riding the bull, and then it ran into Harden, and Harden fucking smashed it. And then Luffy got up and one-punched him.
Yeah.
He just completely knocked him out. But anyway, Harden, what he was saying was, in that match, he was like, have you ever seen a giant with Logia abilities? And then the guy, the people he was fighting, they were like, what? And then he, fucked them up. And he was like, yeah, I think that's like just what they did. They were like, oh, and then he smashed them.
Fucking
and then
comic gulp.
He said, I'm gonna get the Maramara no Mi, and I'm gonna become the king of the giants. So now we know the reason for that is because he's the older son of King Harold. He should be the rightful heir. He's the prince, because he's older than Loki. So he should have been the one to inherit the legendary devil fruit from the king, but Loki took it. So he wanted to get the Maramara no Mi to I don't know,
restore honor, basically.
Restore honor, prove himself, restore power. I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, that's the reason why he wanted the Maramara no Mi.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be he wanted to match up to some other kind of firepower, possibly.
Maybe.
The last time the Maramara tried to match up to another fruit
I was
with fire
about to
powers,
say, so he's gonna get the shittiest one.
Shit did
The one
not
that loses
work out.
every fight. Yeah, remind me about Ace's track record. I think his best fight is the time he kind of fought Jinbei to a standstill.
Yeah, it's because
Bro.
of Bum.
Well, he did beat a warlord.
Yeah,
Yeah, and cheapened its
No,
name.
I
the
like-
same move.
I like Jinbei. I can't be mean about that.
Cheapened the title.
Well, he beat the other warlord, that chameleon guy.
Yeah,
Okay, well, warlords suck.
That's
they
true.
do. The government hates them.
Hey man, that's some real
But
shit.
yeah, Loki he could be the main villain. I definitely think it would fit. I'm not taking what this random ass giant on the boat is telling me,
Mhm.
You're like, oh yeah, man, you're spitting. It's like, well, I don't know the context of what happened, because this happens all the time. This happens all the time in One Piece because Luffy and his friends are all criminals. We can't just take just
Yeah.
because someone's a criminal, we can't be like, well, they're evil. Clearly, it's like, no, that's not necessarily.
Just because someone killed their dad does not mean they're a bad person, all right?
Kid literally killed probably hundreds of innocent civilians, and Luffy sees him as a friend.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
partied together. They partied together at the end of Wano. Kid was
Law stole 100 hearts just
Yeah.
to get the fucking title of warlord, and Luffy's like, "Man, my best friend.
That's my bestie.
What a cool dude."
But awesome to me.
Nothing but awesome to me. Yeah.
It makes me wonder if Loki is the main villain, we could be looking at. I mean, I think this is regardless, even if he's not the main villain. Loki's probably one of the strongest characters in the series.
For sure. Yeah.
Because the thing with giants are the most overhyped characters in One Piece. That is a fact. Because we are constantly told they are the most powerful. Elbaf is the most powerful country on the planet. And while it is true, if you're looking at averages, it's like the average giant could probably kill thousands of regular humans in a battle, which is a big deal. That is without a doubt, that is, insane. But if you have a character on the top tier, it's like Whitebeard would fucking destroy.
Yeah, he fucked up most
He
of the
fucked
giants.
one. Yeah, he fucked up one on Marineford. Yeah.
He would obliterate thousands of giants before they fucking put a scratch on him. When you get to the top tiers, the giants seem very overrated because we haven't gotten a character that's a giant that's insane.
In there,
Mhm.
the top tiers of them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's physically an average giant is far superior to any other race. But if you give a giant advanced hockey, if Loki, if he has Conqueror's hockey, if he has a legendary mythical zone or a Logia, whatever it is, this motherfucker could be a bad motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Strongest character.
I mean, if it took half of Elbaf
Yeah.
to bring him down, then yeah, I would.
I think he's getting hyped to hell right now. So it makes me wonder what he's really capable of.
I wanted to ask, Taco, you're our encyclopedia. Do we know of any other giant that has a devil fruit? Or is it just Loki so far?
Yes, we know other giants that have devil fruits, but
Okay.
they're really shitty.
Okay. Okay. I was
I think
gonna.
there's
Well, I mean,
I think there's a.
I mean, what about
Go ahead.
No. I'm trying to remember the name of Blackbeard.
Blackbeard's
which I
crew?
remember.
I
Yeah, no,
was
because
gonna-
that guy was
Oh,
a giant
Sanwan?
who specifically was
Sanwan
described. Yeah, Sanwan Wolf. He was specified as being a giant who ate the huge fruit. Hence the reason why he's literally so much bigger than everyone else.
That is true, but also Garp one-shot him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, it's fucking Garp. Man,
I
come
was
on.
gonna say, because like,
yeah,
well, no,
it's fucking hard.
I was
He's
gonna
strong, but like
I was gonna say, like, maybe like the lack of devil fruits has a thing like in play for their culture as giants, and that's the reason why they aren't as powerful, and that's why something like this is like such a very like high like that's why this is such a big crime for everyone on Elbaf, because like the one time they do have a devil fruit, it's like to signify like the elegance of the royal line and things like that, and Loki tarnished that. So I'm wondering if that will play a part in the story, especially as to like what it means to be a warrior and things like that, because I would
probably
not
see him as weak.
yeah, I would not be surprised if the giants, like a warrior nation, were just like, devil fruits? Fuck that. All I need are my left and my right, maybe a sword and axe, a shield, and I'm getting to work. I don't need like a Logia. Get out of my face with that shit. Yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe that'll play a part in this arc as well.
I don't think that will be the case. Because I couldn't see them valuing a mythical devil fruit that's been passed down for hundreds of generations. And then the rest of them are like, yeah, but devil fruits are ass. Like,
Well, maybe it could be a
Yeah.
situation where it's like they like that's a thing reserved specifically for the royal line. Like maybe it's like we're just not like that's them. The rest of us are not like that. That's like that's their big lineage sort of thing.
I can't see it personally.
It's possible, but yeah, I still don't see it because there's a vice admiral giant. I think his devil fruit. Someone in chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. There's a vice admiral giant that we see in Marineford, and his devil fruit's like the raccoon zone.
Jesus.
It's really shitty. Yeah, it's really shitty. But the thing with the vice admiral giants is they're all from, not all of them, but most of them are from Elbaf because they were sold to the government by Mother Karma.
Yeah.
So it's like he's still from Elbaf. I imagine that giant still has pride in being an Elbaf giant. So it's like if it was like a thing where it's like, well, we don't eat devil fruits, it's like, well, then why'd you eat a fucking devil fruit, dude?
I don't know. I mean, like, if they get sold off when they're pretty young, that could also be a thing. Because, like, I can
That's
definitely
true,
see
but they
Marine
don't-
brainwashing, just being like, no, fuck that. Get a devil fruit, and then that way you can, like, help more people, in quotations, help more people do your job better.
It's possible, but I just don't see it.
Mm.
Because that's another thing with like Harden. It's like he tried to get the Mare and the meat. If it was something where it's like,
Well,
only
again, that was for
mythical,
the
legendary-
honor of it. That was for the honor of his line, going back to it. That wasn't
but,
just so
like-
he could be powerful. It was to restore honor for his family.
Well,
I
it can't just be
think-
honorable
Well,
for
it's-
some and then like a lame.
Yeah,
bitch.
that's the-
No,
the
that's
thing
what
about it.
I'm saying. It could just be reserved for the royals as like the highest honor type shit. And the rest of the giants, they'll respect that. They're just like, hey, this is the royal line. This, like, it doesn't have to be like a devil fruit suck thing like that I recommended. It could just
Well,
be a
yeah,
respect thing.
Okay.
That was my
Fair.
issue. Is that I was like, well, you just said that they suck, but like, why would they give it to
No.
only the Royals if they suck?
Yeah,
but if
'cause
you
the way
yeah,
you
think
were
that it could be
saying
either.
it, the way you were saying it sounds like, well, we can't use devil fruits. That's bitch made.
And then I refrained
king
it
can
to
be
what I
bitchy,
just
though.
said.
That was the misunderstanding. It's
I'm
clear.
reframing it. Okay, like step up.
I'm just letting y'all know. I said this shit 2 minutes ago. Like, yeah, man. But yeah,
'Cause
I'm wondering if that
there-
plays a part in it.
There are
Maybe.
other giants with devil fruits, but most of them aren't from Elbaf, like Morley
Right.
and San Juan Wolf. I'm trying to think of others.
Maybe they just don't like they have that big tree, but maybe they just don't grow on Elbaf, so they're pretty rare. And then they
Could
got
be.
this one kick-ass devil fruit one day, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is the coolest thing ever! Let's give it to our top dude."
Could be. Yeah.
The thing with Elbaf because Elbaf is very similar to Wano in a lot of ways, because they're a completely independent nation. They're outside the world government. Wano was completely independent until it was taken over by Kaido. And Elbaf, a lot of people say it's like, oh, well, Elbaf is Shanks' territory. I don't think that's really true. I think Shanks has a good relationship with the Giants, but I don't think they, like, if you ask a Giant, like, oh, is this Red Hair's territory? They'd be like, fuck no, what are you talking about? This is our territory. They're the strongest country in the world. They don't need Shanks' protection. Is my point.
Fair enough.
So what was it? I'm curious to see how closed off Elbaf is, because Wano was completely closed off from the outside world, because that's how it was like that before for some reason from the Void Century, and then Orochi and Kaido took advantage of that fact, and they used it to keep the civilians' knowledge limited from the outside world, and people from the outside world had very limited knowledge of what was going on inside Wano, unless you had spies like a Yonko or the Marines. But Elbaf is independent, but I don't think it's necessarily closed off in the same way. It is restricted. You can't just go there because you can be arrested. It's illegal to just go there. But the Elbaf Giants can just leave whenever they want.
To be fair, not a lot of niggas are checking them, so makes sense.
What I mean is, it's not a law. It's not
like a law of the land that you can't leave.
Right.
Odin broke the law by leaving Wano.
Yeah.
So, what my long-winded point is, I think the Elbaf Giants should have a much better understanding of the outside world than the people in Wano did.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they know Luffy and they know what's
that means
going
that
on.
they didn't go back for their kids because they just don't like them.
It's a warrior's honor, man. Why do you think they're teamed up with the red-haired pirates? Yasop
they
was
were kidnapped when they were babies.
Bro, nah, Yasop was like, shit, y'all did the right thing. Y'all were cooking.
they were orphans. So it's whatever.
No one cared about them.
Yeah, they didn't have guardians. That was the whole reason why she told them, is because they were vulnerable. They didn't have anyone to protect them.
Yeah, somebody should have been like, hey, where are all our orphans going?
Where are the children? Where
I put them right here.
We've been low on orphans recently. What's going on?
Yo, Mother Caramel, that's fucked up. Why are you laughing? That's hella disrespectful. I was gonna bring up, I would be interested to see, because I think Silver brought up earlier that maybe Loki has some people in the shadows who are secretly backing him. I'm wondering if people on Elbaf, there are some people who don't at least even if it's not Shanks' territory, it's just why are we relying on this fucking guy? Why is it why do we need to be friends with a Yonko? What does that matter? What's going on here? We're the Giants. We should restore honor to who we are. I'm wondering if that'll play a part as well. There's so much shit that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is my prediction, is that Loki is gonna be a good guy. 11th Straw Hat, and specifically,
he was nothing but a great guy.
Nothing but awesome to me.
Yeah, no,
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're going to get broken swim. We're going to get.
He can't. Yeah, it's a double fruit.
Cool. Okay, he can walk along the ocean floor.
Not that big.
People shut the hell up. Obviously, I'm an idiot. Can you not just let me be an idiot in peace? Jesus Christ. Actually, he's a devil. Actually, the ocean floor is deeper than that. Fucking go be a marine biologist then, if you're such a big fan.
OMG, JoJo's reference. Anyway, continue.
The point is, I think that the conflict, whatever the conflict in this arc, is going to reach a boiling point. They're going to need some help, and that's when Luffy's going to think hey, I met that guy. That was nothing but awesome. And that's when he's going to go and free him. And then we're going to get the flashback right before Luffy breaks his chains of Loki's actual backstory where blah, 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 something happened. and then he breaks free, and then he's going to help, and then who knows from there. But that's my general thesis for what's gonna happen.
I think he's just gonna chill. I think Loki's just gonna stay locked up for the rest of the arc. They're just never gonna let him go.
Yeah, One Piece is terrible, you know.
Loki's gonna get good.
There's not a whole, because like I said, Elbaf, we don't know a whole lot of stuff. There's not like a whole lot of plot lines. The only things we know for sure is Saul is on Elbaf, so we need to get a Saul Robin reunion.
Yes, so excited for that.
And I know people don't want to hear this, but Kid is not dead, and Kid will show up eventually sometime in the arc.
Boo.
What the fuck Kid does, I have no idea, but he will show up eventually.
Not get one
That
shot
brother
at him.
is just here to pull off. He's here to pay off the Sleeping Danger Kid stocks, and then he's gonna leave again. That's it. That's all he's gonna do.
Bro, Kid is gonna no diff Loki. Just wait.
He's like,
Those
hey,
were words you should not have said.
I've already taken down Big Mom. I can take down another
go.
big person. There you go, bro. There you go.
Take down.
That's what he's gonna say. Like, yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna say.
You're not that much bigger than Big Mom. Oh damn, where's Law?
You know what they say: the bigger they are, the harder they fall. 2 week break.
Okay, wait a minute.
He's gonna create a giant mecha, bro, and fight him.
Okay,
so
unironically, that would
be
kind of fuck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I can only slander the nigga so much.
Wait for it. He's gonna use his magna powers for that big ass fucking sword.
Bro, if we have like,
oh, that's actually awesome.
if we have
That was a
that,
big theory.
bro,
That was a big theory in Wano. People thought Kid was gonna use the giant katana that was next to the Onigashima skull. People thought Kid was gonna pick it up
Really?
and kill Big Mom. Yeah, that's how they
Yeah.
thought Kid was gonna defeat Big Mom. They thought he was gonna pick it up and use it against her.
Okay,
Yeah.
think about this though. So in Onigashima, Oda, wrote it and everything, and then got to the end, started reading the comments online, and he saw that theory. He's like, "Fuck, that's good. I need to do that." So he put the giant sword in this time, and now it's definitely gonna pay off.
let's
gotta
go,
happen.
let's go, bro. And then Zoro has to fight him and beat him because he has a sword.
Well, goddamn, then he'll lose it.
That's just what he's gonna be. Sorry, that's the goat. But yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on in Elbaf. A lot of stuff I'm very excited for, man. This
We got,
reveal for Loki was sick.
We got
What
a
do you
2-week
mean?
break.
Yeah.
Zoro can't be Kid. He's white.
Well, you make a good point.
He's gonna put on the
Oh.
bandana. He's gonna be like, wait a minute, you're white. Just walk away.
Let me your
I'm
hockey.
white.
This is injured Kid we're up against.
Odin, lend me your hockey. This is white privilege we're up against. Hey man, this is what it is. But yeah, good stuff. Unfortunate that we're gonna be on break, but I'm super excited to see what happens next.
Looking
I
forward
think-
to whatever that devil fruit is. There's a lot of real cool options if
Yeah.
we're going for the Norse myth route, so that'd be cool. We'll see.
I think chapter, what's going to happen? I think the main conflict of this arc, like what's going to be focused on, is we're gonna go back to Zoro and like Sanji's group, and Zoro's gonna kill Sanji right in front of Usopp's mother,
Right.
Yeah.
and he's gonna be like, "Remember, I was the pirate hunter from the beginning." And then
Mm.
evil, and it's gonna be Luffy versus Zoro at the end of the arc. Luffy's gonna
Yeah.
Call
And
back
then
to
we're gonna,
Whiskey
and then I'm
Pete.
gonna go on Twitter, and the hashtag gonna be Zoro kills Luffy.
ZKL's trending worldwide.
Well, Luffy's gonna get his gear 6, which is the awakened form of his awakened form, which is like demon, monkey, sun god. And he's
What the fuck?
He's gonna
Yeah.
look the same, but it's gonna be all black instead of white. And it's
Yeah.
gonna be all-
And Zoro's gonna have a reason to target him. I
Yeah.
knew you were an incompetent captain, and then he's gonna say, "Is fucking."
Yeah, we should write One Piece.
We should.
I don't think so,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I think
I
it'd be pretty
disagree.
gas, bro. Because think about
On a
it, Sky.
moral Dance.
That is the worst option, actually.
Think about it, bro, because if we get Zoro versus Luffy, this is a callback to Whiskey Peak, which was the start of the Elbaf saga, and obviously we had a reference to Elbaf in this chapter. Yeah.
More like, bro, Peak should not be in that arc's title.
Bro, okay, listen. I will take a fucking stand for Whiskey Peak because that was my first arc that was my first introduction to One Piece. So back when I was a little kid, I was Lil Sailor, right? I went to the store with my mom, and this is back when they had the big Shonen Jump Bibles, and I wanted to read it for Naruto. And so I read the chapter in Naruto. It was the chapter in Naruto specifically. They were in the Chunin exams, and they were fighting Orochimaru, and Naruto's like, haha, Sasuke, you're a big pussy. You don't want to fight this big guy. And Sasuke's like, I'm not a pussy. And he activates his Sharingan and does like the fire style jutsu, and then Orochimaru puts the curse mark on him. So I read that. I was like, damn, that was awesome. And then I started flipping through some other stuff. There was a chapter of Bleach that I forget which one it was, but you know, all I remember is that it had Ichigo and Rukia, which like that boils it down to 686 chapters. Keep in mind, Bleach is 686 chapters, so it doesn't help at all. So I remember that, and I remember the chapter of Whiskey Peak, where it was the gang getting together. And they were all drinking together, and, you know, Nami wakes up. She's like, I was just pretending to be drunk. And then she's, like, seeing what's going on, and it's Zoro choking out the one girl with, like, one hand. And I was like, damn, this is kind of cool. And that was about it. And then I didn't read One Piece until, like, I was a freshman in college, so, like, years later. So that was my introduction to One Piece. So not too much on Whiskey Peak, man. Not too much on Whiskey Peak.
So what I'm hearing is you got interested in One Piece because of women abuse? Question mark.
No, I got interested because drunk Nami is hot and women abuse. Please get it right.
Of course, my mistake.
Average Naoya fan.
I put it all 10,000
Bro submitted
votes.
5,000 votes to the popularity poll by himself.
I had to, man. I had to. You know, these things just happen.
Sky,
Go ahead.
you'll like this guy. I know, specifically you.
You're gonna hate this shit.
I'm ready for whatever this is gonna be.
Loki was first revealed, first name dropped in Whole Cake Island when Luffy and Nami were captured and they were like in the book jail, the book prison, and like Big Mom tells them about Lola. That was 7 years ago.
Is that my own blood? Oh God!
Yeah, you guys.
Why would you say that shit? What the
As the
fuck?
youngest person here, I gotta say, chat, you guys deserve better than these fucking fossils.
What the fuck?
Young in my prime. I am not gonna take it from you, Silver. I will not hold up at all.
Yeah, man.
As a young in my prime Zoomer, I can proudly say that not only did I read that part relatively recently, I'm so high energy and youthful that I completely forgot that it happened. So when everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna finally see Loki," I didn't know who that was.
Bro, don't forget about me though. I'm like even younger, so like don't forget about me, please. If you couldn't lie.
Did you know who Loki was?
No.
Damn, why do you have a One Piece podcast, dude? That's embarrassing.
Because Taco is
You're
here.
supposed to know more. What the hell?
Because
You
Taco
know as
is
little
here.
as me, bro. I don't even read One Piece. I play the Pirate Warriors game.
Well, I had to strategically, in my mind, I had to say, I was like, well, yeah, I do. But then I can't say I do, or else I get branded as
You're
old.
a
and I'm
liar.
not.
You know who lies? Old people.
No, young people lie. I was lying for no reason. I mean, I still lie because I'm young, but like,
Right. He's morally untrustworthy. Chat, find a better podcast. You deserve a better host.
I have made it very well known that my two favorite things are misguiding the youth and lying. That is not me lying. I am not a liar, chat. All right, I have never lied a day in my life outside of.
It's just his hobby.
Anyway, You know, good chapter. Good chapter this week.
I'm gonna let you move on.
Yeah.
You fellas ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Little Sailor was still 50 years old? What the fuck? Why you gotta say that shit to me, man? Why you gotta say that shit to me? What the hell? Let me look through some of these comments and then we can move on.
I don't think you want to do that, bro.
No, I have to shout out Nasty Nutter for the donation. Thank you, Nasty Nutter.
Dude, God.
We appreciate it.
He didn't even say anything.
Yeah, I know.
Purely for the love of the game.
For the love of the game, bro. Just wanted to say shit. Hey.
Just wanted his name to be said.
Nasty Nutter. That's how I'm gonna read it. Anytime he donates something, that's how I'm gonna read it every time.
That sounds like
pay for it.
the DMC 5 style announcer when you do a combo.
Nasty Nutter.
Nasty Nutter.
I'm gonna expand my vocal range so then I can sound like the Tekken 8 announcer. There you go. That'll be even better.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
Yeah. I'll be even better. Let me see. Sword Saint saying great week for Jump. True. Let me see. Hello, y'all. Hello, Nomad. Undead Unluck was peak as usual. I gotta read it. I was too busy reading our next chapter. I'm very excited for it. I gotta read that shit. Did you manage to locate the dryer, Zenith? Did you? Did you manage to do that, Zenith?
Yes, the dryer is fully functioning. It works. I am not washed. Believe it or not, the rumors are crazy.
Well, he was washed, then he got dried.
You guys heard it here. Zenith does not wash. He does not.
Now hold on. You know, there's the whole thing with Asmongold going around. He's, I don't need to be in the same conversation as that kind of fucking deplorable lifestyle.
Bro.
You're right, bro. I'm sorry. I'll never put that on you again.
Thank you.
That's some real shit right there, man. That's a real friend. Let me see. Taco's back. The pod will survive. True. We're good, Croc. We're good. Alex saying, yo.
Bro,
Alex.
y'all have some misplaced faith. I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, they're your fans, bro. They're here for you.
Yeah, you got fans, man.
Alex saying a beverage of sorts, going back to the drink combo.
Yeah, they call it the drink.
Maybe I am old. I don't get you new niggas, man. I don't get it.
Seriously, I don't get it. Like, I do not understand.
It's just some shit someone said.
God,
That's
they're
it.
ancient.
But it doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's the joke.
Listen,
Talking, all I hear. All I hear is your bones creaking and fucking dust pouring out of you.
Hell no, nigga. You not finna disrespect me. You're not gonna be like, you don't know the drink you were just getting on niggas for pushing up their nerd glasses. Shut the fuck up, dweeb. I don't care about the drink. The beverage. What the hell is that?
Well, he was the juice
Like,
box,
straight
but that
up.
was the drink.
Oh my god.
It's like a Digimon evolution,
here's the
all right?
thing.
He was Juice Box, and he Digivolved.
Y'all need to understand, right? So this was like my first exposure to that whole thing. I was driving home one day and I was with my roommate and he's in the passenger seat and he was just started saying like, they call me the drink.
Oh my god.
I don't know how you didn't swerve into the opposing lane immediately. I'm not gonna lie.
He kept just like saying parts of the thing and I just looked over and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my
And
God,
he like,
oh,
They
no.
call him the what?
Shit.
and I was, and he just kept fucking doing it.
I can just
Oh, no.
imagine Zenith driving the car. They stop at a red light. He just looks at him like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
And I'm like, what is that? It's like, it's the video. I'm like, he shows me the video, and I'm thinking, that didn't answer a single fucking one of the questions.
Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
We like the joke here. We're friends.
Yeah, we like
True.
to
We like to
we
joke.
like the joke. We like to poke fun. You guys aren't actually old. You guys are pretty young.
Thank you. See?
This is the oldest motherfucking person shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
What
You
the
guys- I don't get the joke. It's a fucking stupid TikTok.
No, Taco. You're not gonna disrespect me or TikToks like that because usually TikToks have a point. Back in my day, jokes had a fucking. Back in my day, jokes had a fucking meaning. If someone asked you what is the origin of this joke, you'd be able to explain it. We have a nigga in our chat room that Sky can snap his fingers and go, fetch me that origin story, sir. And he goes, right away, kind sir. And he Googles it up for him. And this shit, though.
For the record, I would be much more polite when I do it.
This shit, though, nah. What the fuck? Sky says, fetch me the origin story. And then he shows you the video and it's like, that's it. There's nothing else. There's like... It makes no fucking sense. Nah, you are not finna disrespect us.
I have to. Okay, listen.
Some moral obligation.
I know you've been busy with, we're doing the podcast, you're looking at chat, you're doing stuff. But 10 minutes ago, approximately, I sent a TikTok in general chat to Kev, and it's just a hot dog Photoshop in a room with like thunder and lightning, and there's not like that's the joke. I didn't see that in this moment. That's just the TikTok I saw.
Bro, at least you know what? Let me look at this video. Look at live reaction.
I watched it while we were talking about that. I was just like, yeah, no shit.
Nah. But listen. No, because this is exclusively, listen, I can explain. This is exclusively some weird shit that Taco found. It is not, the second we mention the drink, we don't have chat lighting up, the drink, a beverage? It's not like that, bro. It's not, like, this is the first, like, Mr. Worldwide ass meme that I'm like, I don't get it. And it seems like nobody fucking gets it, because there is no point. This meme is the panty and stocking of memes, bro. I don't get it. This shit is pointless.
Whoa, no.
Yeah, I'm on that timing, nigga. I'm on bad timing.
I agree, you're on bad timing.
I am willing to agree to disagree.
What the hell? Bro, you can't just agree with me?
No. I think you're right. The fuck would we agree with you?
What the?
It's I just think the meme itself is funny because he's like, they call me the drink. They call him the what? And like when you hear Frieza like say it, a beverage of sorts. Like it's just funny, dude. Like I just like it. I don't know. I don't even like Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
that's true. That's the best part.
That was the part that fucked me up about it. Is you do not give a single fuck about Dragon Ball, and this is like your thing now.
This was a couple nights ago. Sky got on, and I was like, Sky, you know who my favorite Dragon Ball character is? And he was like, is it Trunks? And I was like, how did you know? And he was like, the drink.
Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. This is my boy's legacy, man. This is the legacy.
That's my favorite part about that is your Trunks impression, Taco. It's like, they call me the drink.
They call me the drink.
Nigga sounds like
I'm
right.
not gonna lie. It's not bad. Like, it's not great, but
Yeah,
it's not bad.
I mean it's doing the job, you know.
Yeah, it's a job, all right. It's a job. Anyway, continuing. Sorte saying Yajirobe's a menace. True, bro. Thank God he's getting nerfed. That fucking sensu ability is crazy. I shan't
No.
Ain't no
But
no.
yes.
I need this.
I need this. Bro, please. The sword is so damn big. Who the fuck? Hey, man. Listen, man. It's for Loki, I believe. I have faith. Loki giving me Dofi vibes. Me too, man. Me too. I'm excited. I could have a new goat. It's very cool.
Yeah, aside from Road.
Yeah. I mean, like, so far, Elbaf 2 for 2 for producing goats. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know.
Pretty good.
Yeah, right? It's really good. Better than Wano already. Let me see.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that dumbass Zoro kills Loki thing going around? I'm not surprised. I joked about it. I'm actually
didn't.
not surprised. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I am not
Bro,
surprised.
that's the funny thing. Bro hasn't even done anything yet.
What do you mean, bro? It's foreshadowed so well.
Yeah, man. True.
I must have missed that part.
Bro, you know,
You wouldn't get it.
so Loki,
I really wouldn't.
Loki is like the king of mischief. He like thrives in trickery, and like swordsman Zoro is very straightforward and he doesn't abide by tricks. So like really it's a natural matchup when you think about it.
Holy
Yeah,
shit,
Zoro's
Usopp's
a
gonna
real
kill this dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he does not like whimsy.
True, man. Yeah. He is a not
Zoro
fun
does
haver.
Not like whimsy. That is a pretty defining character trait of Zoro.
True.
This disdain of whimsy.
It's very anti-whimsy. Very anti-whimsy. Loki's silhouette did him dirty, bro. Silhouettes
Oh
as a
my
whole do people
God.
dirty in this story,
They
I feel
do
like.
not matter.
No. I think I saw someone or someone else said, yeah, it was King. He said Emu's about to look nothing like their silhouette. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. No
Wait,
fucking
Sky,
shot.
Sky, do you know what Loki's silhouette looks like?
No, he doesn't.
It's rough. Don't
Oh,
Google
Brian.
it, nigga. Don't you Google it. Don't you fucking Google that shit. But yeah, it looks pretty rough. So hey man,
It's
I'm just happy he looks better now. Maybe that's what the devil fruit is. It's the glow up fruit, bro. It's just like I don't have to look like an ugly wench. I can finally get my shit together. Let me see. Bro got rejected by Lola, hit the gym and said fuck the whole world. No, bro. Do not bring that Aaron Yeager ass character philosophy into this shit, bro. I don't need it. One of our other friends did that shit. I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. Don't you fucking say this.
I mean, Moss was kind of right though. If it is the case,
Bro,
I hope
look
it
at
is
this
the
thing.
case, but it won't
Look-
be wrong.
Look at the thing I just sent in podcast chat. That's something I just
What?
found on Google Images. I just think it's really funny.
What the fuck?
Oh shit.
Is there any way you
True.
can show this at all, Sailor? Like,
I can
bring the
try.
image?
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
I searched Loki silhouette, so it shows Sky.
Let
And
me
I
charge
saw
my
that
laptop.
on Google Images.
Here,
you,
give
can,
me
you
1
should just
second.
be able to like bring images onto the screen, right?
Yeah, I have to save it first. Give me 1 second.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I'll add a media file. Add source. I'll just call it media file. Yeah, that'll work.
Zenith, I want everyone to know. I don't think you're washed.
Thank you, man.
You know,
Good on you, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's really cool of you.
it's just something I've seen a lot of, and I just gotta make my stance clear.
Yeah,
Why
you
is
just
this
put it
not-
out there.
What the hell? All right.
It's not that big. You don't have to worry about it.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to add it. Give me 1 second. Here. No, I just gotta get rid of this. I don't need this.
What was the next chapter you wanted to talk about?
It
Chainsaw
was it was Hunter x Hunter chapter
Oh, right, that
403.
exists. Oops.
Fuck
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking paragraph of a chapter. Okay.
Not too much, fellas. How did you feel about
Me
that one?
telling. No, I can't.
Genuinely.
Okay, there is
I-
cool stuff in this chapter, actually, for sure.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed this chapter. I really did.
Yeah, it was good.
It was.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
I'm
not
actually ready to
my-
find.
It's not my favorite chapter of all time. I don't have like a whole lot to say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish we,
Oh, here it is.
I wish
I
I
got
had-
it on stream. This is what Taco found. This little thing right here.
Cooking.
They were very much cooking. Yes, respectfully. But yeah, Hanta chapter. I thought this was pretty good. I just, maybe it just helps that I finished up my reread like this morning. I thought this was pretty dang good. I enjoyed it. So I guess we can take it like page by page, because as always, a fuck ton of stuff happens in this chapter. So if you remember last week, we had Balsamilco, I believe is how we pronounce his name. It's always confusing for me. But Balsamilco, he planted a fucking big ol' kill everything thing in his boot. And he's like, I'm going to use this on 9th Prince Halkenburg, because Halkenburg is being hyped up as the big threat. God, I need some cough drop or something. Halkenburg is hyped up as a very huge threat in this arc with his Nen ability. Like, it's making the entire ship sink. Or not sink, but like shake when he starts using it. They're like, what is going on? So the first Prince Benedict is like, hey, we kind of got to get on that. So Balsamilco is like, all right, I planted this little contagion thing in my boot. So we just gonna put this on Halkenburg and we're going to let that fly. Then Vict pulls up. Everyone's favorite character, Vict. I know.
Woo!
Vict, the last time we saw him, he was actually sent to monitor Halkenburg, and he was long story short, he lost. He went over there to try to fight Halkenburg, try to delete that man, get rid of him before his power started to get too crazy, and that was when we started to figure out more about what Halkenburg's ability was, which basically it is he fires an arrow with a big crowd of people. Like, all of their aura combines into this big arrow. He fires it at you. You can't block it. You can't run from it. You are cooked if he locks his sight on you. And what it does is that it brings you over to his side at the cost of another one of his people. So we still need to figure out what happened specifically with the soul and all that stuff. But, oh well, none of that matters.
Well, actually, I was reading through that because, like, I've actually managed to find like a decent recap video. Basically, the way it works is more like a possession ability. So apparently,
Yes.
from what I'm understanding is like the way it works is like basically your soul gets swapped out, and the soul of one of his bodyguards gets put in there.
Well, yes, the soul of one of his bodyguards gets put into the person he fires the arrow with. We don't know what happens to the person whose soul got swapped. Like, we don't know if they're dead. We don't know if they are, like, just repressed in the body. We don't know if they get swapped over to the unconscious body. That's what I was saying. But anyway, none of that stuff matter. Vict pulls up, and if you remember, I said Vict lost, and he lost due to Halkenburg's ability. So it's pretty safe to assume that this guy is on Halkenburg's side, especially with this setup that we have going on here. Balsamilco is like, yo, stuff is getting weird. What's going on? Halkenburg, I mean, sign this nigga up for phase, bro. Just no clip this man. Just shot him straight through the wall. And to me, it is very likely that Balsamilco is cooked. He is turned against him, which is a very, even if he's not, this is a very massive thing for First Prince Benjamin, because Balsamilco was his like right hand man. He's the guy who is helping him make decisions. Because Benjamin, he's very much just like he follows his own temperament. Like, he wants to go about things the shortest way possible, the most efficient way possible. But Balsamilco, he like slows things down. He explains it to him. He's like, okay, we'll take the long way around. So even if he's not under Halkenburg's control right now, Benjamin losing that guy is a very big deal for him specifically. So
I think going off the second to last page, I think the interpretation here is that's actually Halkenburg himself in Balsamilco right now. And that's why he's out cold. Also, like, basically, I think the plan is going to work out.
A lot of sense.
Yeah, no, so right now, Balsamilco Halkenburg is actually going to go in, assassinate, and kill his own body to make it look like he fulfilled his mission. And then when he goes back to Benjamin, and then he can assassinate him.
Yes. Yeah. Like, that's a pretty big thing that could be done.
Wait, are you saying he's planning on taking... No, I understand. Okay, fair enough. That's really dangerous.
Wow, it's so much easier to understand this shit after watching that recap video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only part way through it, but still.
Yeah. And then
Bro, those
Halkenburg.
fucking high horse.
Halkenburg also gave that whole like he gave like a notification about like what's been going on with people passing out, like followers due to his ability and stuff like that. So that could be setting up a potential alibi as to what Silver was talking about with Halkenburg potentially being in Balsamilco's body and eventually killing off Benjamin. And that could be the answer to figure out like what happens to the soul and things like that. But anyway, right? Anyway. So yeah, Balsamilco could be turned, could not be. We don't know. Benjamin brings up a bunch of times in this chapter, I'm wanting to institute martial law. So martial law in the context of this arc right now is basically like, okay, well, you know, the Justice Department, they're a very independent network. They aren't connected to any of the princes. There's no bias involved with any of it, unless you're what's his fucking name? I forget this guy's name every time. I keep thinking it's Kenny. He's the Char boss, but it's the guy with the glasses. He's pretty invested in Melody and wanting to help her out and wanting to help out Fugetsu
I
and
never
things like
remember
that.
his name either.
Yeah. Chat will they'll tell me.
We know what's up though.
Yeah. So aside from that, Justice Department very impartial. So what Benjamin wants to do is that he wants to dish out martial law so that the military can take over that department, and like the military runs the Justice Bureau, and they can just start putting people on trial and murdering them like fast, like very efficiently, just like, all right, you jaywalked, die, and just like kill him for just to get this whole thing out of the way. So Benjamin is trying his hardest to try to figure out how can I execute martial law. Think of that as his win condition for this whole thing. So trying to activate that. He's not sure if he can trust Balsamilco. You have the first queen, who's just like, do whatever you want to do, Halkenburg. I'm proud of you. And it turns out that the first queen is Halkenburg's mother. I forget who the mother was named to be originally, but fuck that. Throw it out in the garbage. It's actually the first queen. That one isn't as important as the other stuff that's going on. It's even brought up like, hey, the succession war is going on. So, you know, shit's crazy, but who knows? That could lead to more stuff, especially with the first queen potentially pulling the strings for Halkenburg, which we should watch out for that, because I know for Fugetsu and Kacho, their mother, their queen, was like, hey, I can use these two girls and manipulate them so that I can more so lead the Kaken Empire and not them. So, hey, we can keep an eye on that, see what's going on there. Everybody is looking through the letter that Kacho wrote up just last chapter in order to get into everyone's rooms, in order for Fugetsu to get into everyone's rooms. Then we find out that the fourth prince, Saraidnik, evil nigga, he was like, I don't want that. That's bullshit. I don't care about that. The 13th prince, Miriam, he's the second youngest before Wobble, the 14th one. And then the 9th one didn't accept it either. That's Halkenburg. He was in medical treatment, so he couldn't really accept that, whatever. Fugetsu getting treatment. Good for her. I'm happy for you, girly. And then Kurapika is going to make the contents of the letter public to everybody. And this could help ensure more of a stalemate to everybody that's on board right now. Kurapika, and this has been a very big thing throughout this arc, is that he's trying to keep up, or not him specifically, but him along with other characters like the Mafia, and a few others. They're trying to keep the balance for what's going on in the ship, because all it takes is for like one thing to happen, shit could go left real quick. We could be looking at like an all-out war on this ship, and that's not what our characters really want right now. So he's trying to keep that balance, make sure things are good. And then you have Zhang Lei, the third prince, who's just like kind of figuring out everything. He's trying to figure out everything in regards to his coin. And I think that scene's funny, because he's like, God, my crew sucks. I need Kurapika so bad. He's so smart and handsome. God, where is he? Get Kurapika on the phone, bro. And yeah, that's the chapter. It's very good. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I think this might be my favorite chapter that we've gotten so far. out of everything that's going on. The first one that we got with Long Hee, where she's explaining what's going on with Beyond's plan, is really good, but I like this one better. It's very good.
I mean, I'm mostly just happy that I actually understood half of what's going on now. Like,
Yes.
That was the first for me in a long time.
Yes. Is very nice. So it's nice to understand more what's happening. So now that I know, here I am to inform everybody. There you go. This is a very good chapter this week. What did you fellas think? You thought this was the best chapter ever, and you got everything too, right?
The best drama series that there could be for shonen standards.
Well, that's not Blue Box, so I don't think I can agree.
It's like El Telemundo. It's like that.
So real.
I thought this chapter was good.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
But I'd be lying to you if I said I was like on the edge of my goddamn seat the entire time reading it, you know?
Real and true. Sky, I know you're very knowledgeable as to what's going on. How did you feel about the chapter?
Look, I've read enough of the One Piece wiki to like at least pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to do myself and the reputation of this podcast a favor and not say fucking anything about Hunter x Hunter.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. Zenith, how'd you feel about the chapter, man? I know you were fucking with this one a lot, weren't you? You thought this was the best chapter ever.
Yeah, man. It's genuinely, he was in his bag for this one, guys.
Yeah, man. He was cooking. He was in the Duffy. You see it too.
Yeah.
Silver Hunter.
It's been too long, and I'm too stupid to know what's going on right now.
I know like the gist and everything, but look, next week, everyone, I will have watched the recap video, and I will be knowledgeable.
I'll send you that link after this.
We'll do a group watch in VC.
It must be said.
Genuinely.
Yeah,
It must be
Hey man,
said
I'll be there
that
for that. That sounds fun.
This
Same here.
is the Succession War is an incredibly impressive accomplishment because just the number of plot points and characters that are being managed and juggled is like
staggering.
It's very impressive. And like I go through phases basically whenever I watch recap videos where I'm like, this is awesome and I understand everything and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, man.
Just to make it clear, we all think Hunter x Hunter is good. It's just that we aren't always the most educated.
Bro, yeah. There were a couple of times when I was rereading where I had to just like bro, I had like the books like scattered. Like I was sleeping in a pile of books some nights because I was just like, I was like cross-referencing things. I'm like, who's this character? I'm fucking looking on the wiki and I'm fucking looking things up like, oh, this connects back to this and this goes here, this happens there. Oh, okay. Yeah, it takes a lot. It's so much shit is happening. I think I mentioned it last week where I was like, oh yeah, I remember the Princes. God, how did I forget these guys? These guys are very memorable. And then I got like 100 new characters dropped on me. I was like, oh, that's probably how. There's so much shit. Like even in these even in the recent chapters, like before this one, we just keep getting more new named characters just dropped on us. And it's like, damn, man. And even if they themselves may not be important, their connection is important because are they connected to a prince? Are they connected to the mafia? Are they connected to Hisoka and the spiders? Are they connected to this plot here? Are they connected to a queen? Or like who are they connected to? Because you need to know all of the parties who are in the room because this will be on the test, says Togashi. This will be very important for later developments. Yeah, man. But now that I have a pretty solid understanding as to what's happening, I think it's really good. I like this chapter a lot. I want to say, side note, like I said, I finished my reread this morning, and rereading the Phantom Troop chapters, I ain't gonna lie, I was tearing up, bro. I was like, whoa, these chapters, I forgot how good these were. Whoa, these chapters are fucking good, man. Holy shit. Like seeing them all put on the play and like everybody's reaction to that, like the first time that they do it and how inspired and how happy they are from that. Oh man, dude. Whoo, that hit me. And fuck. What's Homeboy's name? I love him. Uvogin. When Uvogin tells Crollo, like, you know, more than any other punch that I've ever taken in my life, what you did to me really stuck with me. Like, what you did today really rocked me to my core. Like, it stuck with me. I was like, man, fuck. This is so good, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, man. This is really good stuff for Hunter x Hunter this week. I'm very happy. I am looking forward to see more of Moreno, which was the girl on the color spread in chapter 401, just because I like her design, and I'm excited to see more of her ability. I also did not remember her and Saraidnik not on good terms anymore, because Saraidnik was her benefactor, and then she was like, I think I'm just going to murder everyone. And Saraidnik was like, hey, you're causing problems for me. Y'all can kill her if you want to. So we're going to see where that goes. And also, with everything that's going on right now, I mean, for so far, what we know about what's going on, you had the Zayu, the side boss, he offered Hisoka, like, hey, we have a spot for you in tier 1. Like, just go up there until we get shit sorted out. So, if Hisoka is in tier 1, he's at the top with, like, all of the important people right now. So, he could be popping up in, like, a random chapter. Like, somebody could, like, a prince could turn a corner and just walk past Hisoka one day. Like, shit's getting crazy, man.
You could walk past the corner and cross paths with Hisoka as well in real life.
True. I hope you don't, but true.
Zero.
True. When young Crollo does that evil speech, it hits so hard. Yeah, man. That shit goes so crazy. Imagine
if Hisoka had joined up with Saraidnik.
Fuck. GG's, nigga. I don't know what else to say. GG's. Hisoka's reintroduction in this arc is so cool too. You have Lynch, who can literally just beat the truth out of people. Like, that's her power. I punch you and your soul just tells me the truth. She's like, hey, are you Hisoka? He's like, who the fuck are you? Goes to punch him, and she immediately just falls over. Like, didn't learn anything from it, just falls right over, and they're like, yo. I think that exact wording was like, his aura is off the charts. I was like, yo, Hisoka's like that, man. This shit is so cool. I'm really excited to see what he does. Also, the name The Boy Who Shoots the Arrow is a reference to the film named We Need to Talk About Kevin, where the main character kills his father and sister with an arrow. Foreshadowing. Could be. I heard that movie was good in like a video I was watching recently. It's funny that gets brought up now. Hey, could be foreshadowing. Could be. But yeah, good stuff this week. Are you fellas ready to move on to our next one?
What's the next one?
Wow, awesome timing. I just got back. Fuck yeah.
All right, yeah. Next up on the docket is Chainsaw Man Chapter 180. Fellas, how are we feeling about this one?
What the fuck?
This one sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, honest to God answer, I don't know how I'm feeling in this one.
Like, I had ideas, right?
Man, I like Tsukuyomi from Naruto.
Yeah.
Like, I had some, ideas like, oh, what's the aging devil gonna do to him? I didn't think this.
Yeah, I was not expecting to get banished to the fucking Shadow Realm. That is
Will now be
crazy.
sent to the immortality zone.
Yeah, like you won't starve, you won't age, you'll just remain the same. My favorite thing about this chapter is the Chainsaw Man community forever invest in Yoshida stocks. They think that Yoshida is the one who escaped the aging devil's world. So, hey man.
They just
really
making up.
There are a few reasons for it, but Taco, go first.
Yeah, there are a few.
I really like this chapter, mostly because I think this is a good opportunity to kind of slow down the story for a second.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I've enjoyed a lot, like, what's been happening. It's been fucking awesome. But I also...
It can't be like this all the time.
I am really excited to see some, like, good interactions between... Because I feel like we haven't gotten a whole lot in a while.
Yeah.
So it's like, especially if we are going to be entering, the end of the story, like, sometime, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think just kind of slowing the story down, kind of just focusing on these characters and, like, just seeing how they feel about everything that's going on. I think that would be really interesting. It's funny because I could imagine some people not liking that because it did basically just kill all the momentum.
Yeah.
But I
also, like,
don't mind it.
Yeah, and it's like, what momentum? Like, what are they going to do against the aging devil?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's just because, like, so many people are like, oh, this is reminiscent of part 1 where shit's just, like, happening. And so now that it's like, ugh, characters, like, actually discussing what happened, lame. Characters discussing their feelings and thoughts, ew.
And shit just happening is such, like, a lame way to read part 1 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised how many people read part 1 the lame way.
Yeah, well, yeah, my point exactly.
You should watch my new video on it. You should.
True. Part 1 is actually super good.
It's so
and not
fucking
because
good.
It's crazy.
So fucking good, man. But yeah, I agree, Taco. I think this is going to be a moment where we finally have Asa and Denji, like, talk about what's going on. Yeah.
Because they can't kill each other. Like,
exactly.
They can't kill each other, and there's no more secrets. And there's no time to, like, have any kind of agendas or plans or anything. Like, they just have to talk and work together.
Yeah, assumedly, this is, like, they're frozen and, like, this is a place where no one ages and you don't get hungry or anything. So it's like, because in the outside world, it felt like a constant stream of, like, we got to do this because this thing is going to happen, and then this thing happens, and then this thing happens. And it was all really important stuff, but it's like the momentum was building because it's like we're approaching the Death Devil arriving, and all the plans of all the different characters are coming to fruition, and it didn't really let you have a chance to just calm down and stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just, like, really digest everything that's happening. So this is, like, a really good decision, I think, on Fujimoto's part to, like, slow the story down, focus on the two main characters, focus on their, how they feel about the entire situation, and let them kind of digest everything that's happened. And then they can, whenever they do get free, it puts them back out to the world, and assumingly the momentum can just pick up where it left off. Yeah, I mean, like, we can just go straight to whatever the fuck else he wants to get to. So I really like this chapter. I'm really excited to see what happens next.
For sure, yeah. And the aging devil, like, the whole reason why they put these two in here is just like, you guys are too immature to talk. Like, you need to grow up. So I definitely feel, I mean, granted, Aging Devil wanted them to grow up and be able to talk to them for completely different reasons. Yeah. Very, very fucked up reasons. But I can definitely see that playing a part as to what they're going to do in this world where, like, they have nothing else to do but talk right now. Like, they have to actually communicate with each other, talk about what's going on. Denji still doesn't know, like, when the last time they really interacted was chapter 168, and that was fucking post Alley, and Yoru was like, the other me likes you though, and he's like, what the fuck do you mean the other you? Like, he has no idea about what's going on with Asa and Yoru and stuff like that. So that has to be talked about. Denji's actual feelings, because that was a very big thing. This has been a very big thing in part 2 in general, where a lot of people are content telling Denji what to do and not really wanting to listen to him. They just want him to do stuff for their sake. And Asa was one of those people where she was like, I'm going to save you no matter what. And Denji tried to explain to her what his life used to be and how he can't go back to that anymore. And her response is like, can you stop speaking in metaphors? I don't get you. Stop goofing off. Like, I'm gonna help you. Just listen to me. So again, this will be a very good way for them to communicate. I'm really excited to see them just sit down and talk about the shit that's been going on around them.
Yeah. Very.
And then getting into what we brought up before, the whole thing with Yoshi P. Yoshida. So a lot of people think that he's the one who escaped because there's I forget what volume is for, but that, like, when you open up a volume of Chainsaw Man, there's always like a little illustration on page 1. And one of the illustrations has Yoshida in a similar environment to what a lot of people are seeing here in the Aging Devils world. And then the other big one is in the aquarium arc, which is so funny to say out loud, the aquarium arc. In the aquarium arc, when Asa, when Asa pulls out her phone and everyone's like, oh, we're saved, we can get out of here, Yoshida specifically asks, oh, high schoolers have phones nowadays? So that's one where they're like, oh,
I haven't even heard that one. That's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, Yoshida, he may be a little older. So those are the two biggest ones that I've seen that I think are like credible. A lot of them are just waffling, but those are like the two big ones that I've seen. Like, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, and the one thing that I saw was just that the Aging Devil did compliment Yoshida.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that was a pretty good movie did there. Which, like,
yeah,
you know, so far, the Aging Devil has been very pro, like, murder of people. You know, hasn't even
specifically
really
children.
Specifically children. So, like, hasn't really taken much of a moment to compliment anyone except for that one instance.
Yeah.
It is interesting because I didn't really even think about it, but this entire scenario is similar to the aquarium setup. Where they were like trapped and all that. And that's literally my favorite part of part 2.
It's so good.
I love that whole thing.
It's so good.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
I hope the nerd Asa herself gets to tell Denji all the fun facts that she knows about fucking trees.
Oh God, bro! Oh God,
the page we're talking about,
bro. That would drive me crazy, like the dude on the final page, bro. Like, I mean, talking about fucking oak trees and stuff like that, man. Nah,
and
man.
the reference actually indicates how old the tree is. Oh my God, bitch!
God off.
Aging Devil, are you listening? I will eat you. Please, just let me out of here. Please. Fuck, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, this is also very similar to Fami's ability. Because Fami was like, hey, I just want to, like, specifically in the Falling Devil arc, where she's talking to Nayuta, and Nayuta's like, what's your big thing? Like, why would you try to capture our sister, Yoru? It's like, oh, well, I just wanted to starve Yoru inside of this devil, and then afterwards, when she's starved, she listens to me, like she's under my control. That's kind of what's happening here, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna trap you in here, and when you're ready to be taken off timeout and ready to talk to me, I'll be here. So see ya. So I'm very interested to see how exactly they're going to get out. I'm very interested to see how they get out and how this will affect the battle. I mean, like, here's the thing. It should be just like they break out and they kill the Aging Devil, but like, man, I am so scared. I'm like, bro, if we touch this thing wrong, what if it murders like 5,000 kids? Like,
right?
I'm fucking nervous,
and
man.
Guess what happens?
What
That's
the
what
hell?
you gonna do?
What the hell, bro?
Evil Santa Claus would be like.
Oh, I was saying, man, like, I'm so surprised. You know, I wasn't expecting y'all to be like, yeah, kids just gotta go, get them up out of here. I was just caught off guard. But yeah, man, I think this is a really dope chapter. I'm excited to see what happens next week. I don't think we're on break, right? I hope not. But if we are, fuck. If not,
well,
yay.
Yeah, even soon.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, man. This is a good chapter. Really good stuff. I don't have too much else to really say.
It's a pretty simple chapter. It's just insane.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, poor fucking guy. He was just like, I want to look young. And Aging Devil said, yeah, you go to hell.
Boy, do I have a deal for you.
I am wondering, do we think that this world is like literal, or is it like a dream type of situation? That because I'm not quite sure what the nature of
Chapter in
this
2 days.
is.
Thank you, Light Nate. I think it is like I wouldn't be surprised if it functions like a fucking domain expansion where you just get transferred somewhere. And then,
I
like,
think
you
they're
can break out.
definitely like somewhere physically else, because otherwise people, otherwise they're just like lying there. In which case they're gonna murder Denji.
That's what I was wondering. Is just like if she, Asa and Yoru like snaps back to reality and stuff. Like, is Denji or Chainsaw Man still gonna be there?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm unsure because that was the thing that I was thinking of. I was like, whoa, Denji's back in his like actual body. Whoa. So yeah, I am unsure as to what's gonna happen about that. I think they are just like sent off somewhere. They just fucking sent these niggas off to Azkaban or something. They got to break out. I'm very interested to see as well. One last thing, because Homeboy mentioned that like there are other people here, but they've already gone crazy. So I'm interested to see what their whole deal is.
I think it's gonna be a lot of people that Denji and Asa. No, I guess they can't kill them. I think they're just gonna fight. Yeah, I think they're just gonna have to. I think it's gonna be like a bunch of crazy people that they have to like avoid, and that's what gets them to stick together. Because otherwise,
crazy people.
Yeah, they're not exactly in the mood to stick together right now.
Bro, do you guys think this is where we see the return of Kishibe?
No.
It would explain where the fuck he's been.
Yeah. Unironically, Kishibe could be. Kishibe has been just like, yeah, I'm getting kind of up there in age, man. This shit's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I'm afraid of going senile.
Bro, apparently just looking at your reflection wrong is big no.
Yeah, unironically, Kishibe could be here. I'm only partially joking.
Yeah.
It'd be very funny because it'd be very funny to like have a chapter ender. It's just like, this like so many people are like crazy here, and then you have someone like this guy's the craziest of them all, and it's just Kishibe like, hey, what's up? Nah, I'm fine. Like the fact that you can keep your mind in a place like this, that's pretty fucking insane. So like,
I mean, he was already insane to begin with.
Exactly. So like, you're getting the vision, Silver. Thank you. Yes, man. So, hey, man, I'm joking, but only partially. That nigga could be here.
By the way, I have a question.
What's up?
On the third page, kind of second and third, Asa and Yoru is having a dream.
Snake Eater?
Where they're like, well, yes, where they're running through back alleys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
It kind of looks like. Does it kind of look like a Denji's dream of like the door?
Yeah, well,
that's the connection.
That's the point. It's,
yeah,
because she's had the whole thing in an early chapter where she's like, I always have this dream.
Okay, I didn't remember that.
I'm running through an alleyway and it's filled with chickens, and I try to avoid stepping on them, but eventually, I just keep seeing more and stepping on them. Yeah,
it's the whole point. It's a dream that's about her inability to like. She tries to do the right thing, but she just keeps finding herself in a situation where she can't.
Yeah, and that could play a part in it, specifically referencing back to that, where it's just like her attitude is just like, hey, if things need to be done, they need to be done. Because that was a big thing where she started listening to Yoru. She's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do what you need me to. Just like get this over as quickly as possible. And that was a big reference back to that. So, hey, bringing it up in this chapter? Never know. But yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah,
it's been 70 chapters since the dream chapter. Oh, brother. Fuck.
Brother.
I don't feel bad about forgetting.
Yeah, man.
Damn, man. Last time it was mentioned, it was around 110. I was about to say it's somewhere around like 108, 110. So, yeah, that's true. That, God, don't put it like that next time, though, okay? Kaneki, you just got out of the fucking the Naruto arc, bro. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you, brother. I'm happy for you. But anyway, let's move on to our next chapter of the week. Let us proceed. Kagurabachi Chapter 54. Fellas, how are we feeling about this one?
I hope every single member of the Hishaku is a fucking goofball.
Bro, I brought up before the podcast, I was talking to my guys about it, and when I saw John Hishaku walk up to that little playset thing, I was like, bro, please get on it. Please. It'd be so funny. Please get on it. And Hokazoto pulled through like he always fucking does. I was so happy, man. It's so great having that conversation where he's like, Hirohiko, he's such a kid. And he's just riding back a he's such a child, bro.
Admittedly, I didn't even
it's just vibing.
Yeah. He was like walking towards it because I was more distracted by the stupid text that Hirohiko sent.
Right, saying
the subject says fun, and then he adds little emojis, and then he says watching a play. That means he sent that shit when like Chihiro was running for his life trying to find him.
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes later, he gets his fucking arms cut off.
He's like, hey, turn your phone off in the theater, pussy. Turn that shit off. Hey, I'll tell you what, if AMC just cut my fucking hands off if I pulled out a phone during a movie.
The most extreme usher ever.
Yeah, hey, man, he's doing his job, man. I respect that. Yeah, man. That was insane.
Generational antagonist coming up, fellas, I swear.
I am so fucking happy, man.
Stocks in it.
John Hishaku is already my goat, bro. He's so great. Hirohiko.
I love how we found out his name this chapter. We're still calling him.
No, we
found it out earlier.
Yeah, we found it out a while ago.
I remember asking or like saying like, yeah, we know his name is Yura now, and Zenith was like, no, it's still John. I was like, yeah, true.
That's a funny way to spell John.
Yeah, true. It's John. Yeah, no. John Hishaku, just a goofy goober ass nigga. I like that. Hirohiko is loading though, bro. I thought it was Daijover, Raover. I thought it was over for Hirohiko.
Yeah. They might have, something left in them.
Dude, when we got that panel of like his paper butterflies carrying the swords, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh, fuck that. I mean, it hasn't happened yet from what we've seen, but like just the idea of that, oh God, man. I am very nervous for what's happening here because now Hirohiko has an incentive. Beforehand, he was just like, yeah, we're just going to do this stuff. It's going to be great. It's going to be cool, whatever. But now he has an incentive to hang out with his best buddy, my bestie, Chihiro. We're going to see how that plays into it because, like, man, what's that one panel from Baki where it's like a guy who works hard can never beat someone who just has fun? Like, I feel like that's something that's gonna happen here with Hirohiko, where like he's gonna make some crazy advancements with a blade, and it's just because like, I just want to hang out with my friend. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool.
Oh my God, bro, silly.
Yeah, genuine, bro. You have the fucking Child Forsaker 9000, and it's like I can just do so much with this sword, like, because that's how like a lot of these enchanted blades have been hyped up, where it's. You have these abilities and they're otherworldly. You can do so much shit with them, so much versatility. Chihiro is still unlocking new things with this sword as we progress through the story. And man, like just the creativity when it comes to the blade, like that's such a important thing, I imagine. So someone like Hirohiko, he could be crazy, especially with
not
what.
Gonna use that thing as a weapon. He's gonna use it as a toy.
Yeah, man. Like,
but legitimately, that's how he's gonna see it.
dude, yeah,
it's just a
like,
toy to him.
Yeah.
the fact that, like, Hirohiko, what was I gonna say? Fuck. But like the fact that this guy is going to get, assumedly, a blade, and how that is going to play into what's going on, because like so far everyone's interpretations of the blade have been like different. Obviously we had Sojo and him being like, these were just designed to kill. We have Kyoda, the head procedure in all of this, and we had
merchandise to him.
Yeah, merchandising them and selling them, stuff like that. So a lot of things, we've seen a lot of different interpretations of it. This is the first time where, like, I think this is like unintentionally we're seeing like the Kamunabi's worry on full display, because like Hirohiko is pretty much what they thought Chihiro was at the start. Like, oh, this nigga is just going around with an enchanted blade and just doing whatever he wants. We need to bring him in. We don't know what's going to happen with him. They're like worried what's going to happen. We don't know if he's a good guy, a bad guy. We need to stop him. Hirohiko, we know, is a nefarious nigga. And he is going to be walking around with an enchanted blade, and he's just going to be doing whatever the fuck. This could be bad, bro. Especially if, excuse me, if what we saw with the butterflies carrying the swords over, bro, someone might just get cooked at Senkutsuji Temple, which is looking pretty likely now that we know, like, hey, I had a bunch of resources. I just sent them all to Senkutsuji because it was for personal reasons, he says. I wonder why that's the case.
For fun.
Yeah, I mean, could be, but yeah. I'm wondering, does he have like a connection there? I don't know what's going on, but he sent all of those forces there, so something pretty bad. I mean, Samura got introduced with the Chad bleach treatment. I can't even imagine Samura losing, so I don't know.
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Start imagining.
I don't know, man, because it was mentioned in this chapter where Chihiro is saying, like, we are not the same. I am not like you niggas, bro. Because if I were to look at killing the same way y'all do, that would be disrespecting my heroes. And obviously Samura was pictured there, so man, first his dad, then chase it down with Samura, bro. I'm just saying it's kind of likely, especially since Samura has been hyped up. Like, Uruha was like, yo, if Samura was at the last temple, bro, if he was at Koku Goku, man, we would have lost nobody. We would have been straight belt to ass. The Hishaku wouldn't know what hit him. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Samura's cooked.
And that means Gojo wins.
Yeah! Yeah!
No!
Yeah!
Bro, I just want to be like Samura now. I do not want to see that shit go down.
My ass.
Why did you blind yourself? I couldn't stand to see my goat get washed.
I couldn't stand to see my goat lose. Not once.
I couldn't stand to see my goat get washed. No. Shout out to Kaneki for the $5 donation. The moral of Baki: if you overcomplicate things, you create more hurdles than you have to deal with in life. Just enjoy things with passion.
I feel like that's
type
what you
shit.
should take away from the time Baki fought a caveman. I feel like that's the natural thematic conclusion.
He also fought Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Bro, give it a couple months. That nigga's gonna fight Godzilla. I'm telling you, Taco, your time's up, buddy.
I thought you were just gonna
Godzilla's
stop
about to
at
get
that.
cooked.
He's gonna fight God.
I mean, he could. I don't know. Baki's about a bunch of crazy shit.
The last clip I saw of Baki, like, because I know the anime is still going, but it was a while ago I saw anyone talk about it. But it's the clip when Baki's in prison and he's like chained up, and Oliva just takes his dick out and pisses on his head.
Oh yeah.
And the caption was like, "Bro, what the fuck is Baki actually
Yeah.
about?" Like, I know people say that, like, what's it about? But like, genuinely, what the fuck is it about?
No, like it's every time it's brought up, it's relevant. you'll see like a random person just like do something crazy. He's like, yeah, what is this plot? Like what?
Hey, Sky, have you read Baki?
A little bit.
I figured. How far did you get?
What the
Damn.
hell?
I figured
I'm sorry.
derogatory.
I think I got to the start of the tournament.
It's the best fucking part.
I know. Well, that's the thing is that I was in a mood and I was just like, oh wow, this is great, but like I have stuff to do right now, so I'll come back to it. And then
Hey man, I feel that. I'm still catching up
Last
on
thing
manga
I
myself.
saw from Baki, not in terms of like actually watching it. I saw something earlier today where it's like, I don't even know if it's real, but I'm just gonna assume that it is because it's fucking Baki of all things. Where it's like, who's his dad or whatever? He's like the main like.
Yujiro
antagonist.
Hanma.
Yujiro.
Yeah.
And he was, it was like he took a bullet to the head, but like the panel shows like his brain moving to the side, so he
Yeah.
technically doesn't die from it.
Yeah.
And someone just said like, bro, what the fuck is this?
Any human ever if they locked in, bro.
If I use more than 10% of my fucking brain.
Yeah, man. That shit, hey, that's just how it is. When you're that smart, you can just move stuff around. It's about Barack
Control
Obama.
literally anything
Another-
in your body.
Whoa, Sky, is that you in chat? Whoa. It's Sky Cadet, but with a C.
What the fuck? Who dare?
I hope I don't see my
Who's
evil
the
twin today.
Wait a minute. And look at the PFP.
What
What
is that?
fuck?
It's tacos. Oh, what the shit?
Okay, that has to be someone we know.
Oh
Bro,
my
I did that
god.
13,
Genuinely
but
no
evil.
other way.
That's so fucking
Nope.
funny,
Bro,
bro.
give me mod privileges right now.
Make him a mod, bro.
Make him a mod. Oh
I'm
shit.
banning him right now. What the fuck?
Oh.
Who the hell?
Oh shit. Bro, I saw that. I was like, whoa. I thought you were just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, that's me. I was like, oh, okay.
Nah,
Hearing the
that's
horror in your
spelled wrong.
voice. Bro, I thought you were gonna say that's a burner account or something. I don't know.
No, and it's got the one monster from the R.L. Stein's Haunting Hour. that
Yeah,
legitimately-
right?
Here's the thing: when I looked close enough to notice what the PFP was, I got scared again.
Yeah, because that's why it has to be someone we
I
know.
know, I
because
know,
Has
they
to
have
be.
I thought, genuinely, I was the only one that had that saved on my phone, but
Yeah.
someone else clearly saved it too. So like, I don't know.
Oh
who
yeah,
that
I have it somewhere on my computer
Evil
for a
people.
rainy day.
Shout out to Nasty Nutter for the $2
I think that's so
donation.
sick.
Saying
was
you
so
are a good person. Thank you, man. I try. My
Wow.
shout out to my co-hosts here. You guys are also good people.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to kill this faker.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna do him like fucking like the like Eisen did himself. Where he's
The clock tower and
I'm gonna
everything.
crucify
down.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Tower in the middle of town.
Side note, brief cut back to One Piece where they're like, yeah, Loki was subject to crucifixion. I was like, God damn, bro, crucifixion. That's insane. But
He's
it-
just like Ultraman.
Kaneki says
Just like Ultraman.
he says, is this the power of Columbo Sailor? It just might be, nigga. It just might be. But yeah, I cutting back to Kagurabachi for a second. I like how in this chapter Hirohiko he's just like, bro, because this whole time he's like, I'm the one who understands you most, Chihiro, and Chihiro's just standing over him. He's with the typical Batman now talk, standing over him, and he's just like, I don't get it. He's like, we're the same. Like, what do you mean? Chihiro is like, I am not like you, nigga. He's like, What do you mean?
You're supposed to say yes.
I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening. What are you saying? Shut the fuck up.
I don't get it. Google
I
it.
don't get what you're saying. Yeah, man. I'm so excited to see what happens with Hirohiko, man. I'm way more invested in him than I thought I would be upon arrival. But speaking of arrival, man, fuck that. Big Dick is back in town. Chapter 1 Hishaku guy is here.
Jonathan.
He's
Hishaku.
here. Jonathan Hishaku is here. He is here to off-screen Samura. Damn, man. I was not expecting to see him back so soon.
I had to double check. I was like, is that him?
It's him.
It's him.
It's
Yep.
Timothy. Bro, we're finally going to get to see more of his power. Apparently, he's fucking crazy. So, hey,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Is that Jonathan?
Is that Jonathan?
Jonathan Hishaku.
Oh, yeah, I
Man,
forgot.
I don't know anything about this dude.
I forgot our chat calls him HxH. So we should,
Hishaku. Ah, you
Well,
guys are
that'll
so much
be our
better than
name.
us.
I know, right? What the fuck?
that'll be the name we give him, HxH. Yeah.
Alright,
And
I
if
like
he
that.
gets a name, too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's HxH for life. Yeah. So HxH is back. Really cool. I'm excited to see. I'm wondering if maybe Shiba is going to come back. Because Shiba was gassed up
He just
in this
got
chapter.
that hype.
He
Yeah.
got
Just
that
a
hype,
full
man.
tank today.
That's what I'm saying. That nigga got topped off in the first couple pages in this chapter, bro. Jesus Christ. Bro, you have Johnny Hishaku being like, that dude was a problem 3 years ago. That's insane. Like, yo, that is an insane seal of approval. Yeah. Hey, man. We all knew
And we
Shiba
just don't
was
know
him.
where he is right now.
Exactly. Like, we all knew Shiba was him, but it's glad even then
Getting char some ice cream, most likely.
yeah.
I'm glad it's official, you know? There's a reason we haven't been allowed to see him actually fight.
Yeah, man. That
Because
brother's
the
gonna go
moment
crazy.
we do, Chihiro doesn't look so good, I bet. I'm just saying.
Damn.
He's already in the running. He's got my favorite ability. Teleportation is just...
I mean, teleportation
that shit
is always a cool
fucks,
power.
man.
Every time teleportation is just a sick ass ability.
Yep.
Look at Minato, you know, the Naruto.
That shit
that's
goes
my
so
favorite version of
cool.
teleporting,
Yeah,
too. I fucking
man.
love
So
Flying
cool.
Raijin.
Flying Raijin is
It's
so
so
sick.
cool.
Oh my god. That shit's so sick, bro. The Sky Cadet in chat, Sky says that he's had this plan for a year. So it really is one of
Hey,
ours,
yo,
man.
fuck.
Holy
Super
shit!
villain.
This is your
Oh, that's
nemesis,
Ty.
guy. I had a feeling. I had a
That's
feeling.
Yeah.
It was Ty.
It's 100% that.
I'm pretty. I had a feeling
for
it
that
was
one.
him. That makes sense.
This is fucking hilarious.
He's the only one I can think of who would do it too.
Genuinely fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Alright, well, I hope you're ready to get fucking...
Shiba off screen this man. Off screen him right now. Hey man. Yeah, shouts out to him. Shouts out to him. But
Gajeel, get this guy, crucify this guy, and then get him pregnant.
Holy. In that order?
Damn.
Yes, in that order. That's the canon order.
Oh, fuck.
I forgot all of that. Bro, you're not up to date with the fairy tale stuff.
Yeah, bro did not read fairy tale.
Bro, the
That's
first
what happened.
introduction Gajeel has to what's her name? Levy, yeah.
Levy, yeah.
First introduction is him crucifying her
crucifies
and
her.
a bunch of other people, and now she's pregnant with his kid. So, hey man,
That did happen.
That did happen.
it did
It
happen.
happens.
Yeah, it happened, man. That shit's crazy.
I hate Mondays.
Hey, Loki, all I'm saying is you got crucified. You know what's coming next, brother. I don't know what else to tell you.
Is that the rules? Is that how it works?
Bro, yeah.
I must have
Yes,
missed
so it
that
has
part
to
of
be.
the Bible.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Our fake Sky Cadet says, nah, I just remember one podcast where Taco asked when you all were talking about Chainsaw Man, he asked what's everyone's worst fear, and this was Sky's answer.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What's your
Not even
problem?
someone we know.
Have an
Okay.
actual fucking supervillain again.
This is an op. Holy shit. That's so good. Oh my god.
Nemesis, what the fuck?
I just know.
I mean, it was only a matter of time, really.
I just know that period of time, Sky, where you weren't on the podcast was the worst part of this dude's life because he just didn't have a chance.
They were patient, bro. Holy
Wait
shit.
until
October.
That's crazy. That's not even someone we know. That's actually so cool.
Oh my god. Oh
Alright,
my
man.
god, that's so fucking funny. I was
now
never
you're my
expecting
greatest fear, bro.
that. What the fuck? Bro, that's actually so
fucking
crazy.
funny, dude.
That's actually Oh my god. Bro, the
Okay,
year-long
so just
con.
to make it clear, just so everyone recognizes, Taco has like shooters. His fans miss him.
That
I
nigga
have
has people in the
shooters,
streets.
derogatory. they dress up like my most feared monster and hide under my bed.
To be fair, my greatest fear was being abducted by aliens, and that's kind of hard to have as like a PSP, you know.
I can't even remember what I said.
Well, it's just
Well,
funny
don't
because like
dress up as it, so fucking don't say it out loud.
Because Sky Cadet with a C over there, right? Man, the funny part about this whole thing is that is the exact image we have used to fuck with him before.
Oh
so
my
it's just,
god.
it is a perfect coincidence.
The worst day of my life.
Hey, I just love the bit, but I think it might have been just as good or a little better if it was Sky Cadet. Oh, they don't know your cadet.
Yeah, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't have known.
Oh,
They wouldn't know, yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah,
somebody
so-
doesn't follow me on Twitter.com.
That was the big clue that it was going that. So yeah, obviously you'd have no idea of knowing this man, but he spells cadet with a K, just to be quirky. I don't know, man.
It's the same with my name.
Not too much
'cause
of my
people
goat.
always say,
Yeah, people say,
Taco.
it, but he's got two C's. So
yeah, the way my name is misspelled because it's TACCO. There's two C's.
yeah,
Thick
you got
with
your
two
getting
C's.
canon
On the birth
spellings
certificate,
here,
that's what it
fellas.
looks like.
Kaneki says, "Congrats, Sky! You've made it. You now have your own rogues gallery. There you go."
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Now we just need Bizarro Sailor. True.
The fuck?
That's the entirety of chat is Bizarro Sailor.
Yeah, it's
It's all
probably
one
just the
entity.
amalgamation of chat is Bizarro me.
Yeah, I don't have a Bizarro. I just have like
You
used to
to.
be an enemy.
Yeah.
I straight up Naruto'd that dude.
Yeah,
you know,
you
like-
gave him a redemption arc.
I mean,
Oh,
I guess in my case, the only Bizarro version of me would be if someone just changed their name to Gold.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm the Bizarro version of you. At the very least, I'm your villain.
shit.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
God.
Type shit and things of that nature. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Shit and things of that nature.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I said, dude, Sailor has like influenced my vocabulary more than any
To
other
an
thing
unhealthy
I know.
degree. It's terrible.
I find myself saying the shit he says all the fucking
My family doesn't recognize me anymore.
Bro.
I said John for the first time, and they've sent me to a psych ward.
That's how I know. That's how everyone will know that I've lived in this world.
I'm trying to find a moment where I can use the phrase "it was real, it was fun, but it wasn't real fun."
Bro.
That's the best fucking
Bro.
one, man.
Next time you clock out of your shift, bro, turn around your
Oh, fuck, I
coworkers.
just said that last night, fuck.
Next time, hey, it's been real. It's been fun. It hasn't been real fun. I can't claim that one for my own though. That shout out to Click Productions, bro. That nigga's funny.
Okay.
But yeah, that shit. Oof. Yeah, I'm happy to influence people in some way, shape, or form, whether it be brain rot or anything of the sort.
Hell.
But yeah, Kagurabachi, really good this week. Really, really good this week. Do you guys want to move on to our last one?
Dandadan.
What the fuck? There's another. Oh yeah, Dandadan.
Yeah, bro, you know what's crazy? I had the same thing. I was fucking working overtime today because I was like, oh, I need to finish the thumbnail for the podcast, and then I finished it. I was gonna send it and send the pod order. I was like, I forgot Dandadan. Oh my fucking god! I was so mad, so I had to redo it real quick. But yes, Dandadan chapter 170.
I will say, go us. We happen to be right at the very end last podcast. You know, about it not being Saint Germain doing
cool.
The fuckery. So, yeah, go us.
True.
I mean,
go us.
She's having it rough, but go us.
Yeah, man. I feel bad for Kouki, man.
Away from the structure. I was right. Let's go.
Let's go. It's so fucking sad, man. Oh my god. I mean, we predicted that last week too. We're like, she's gonna get like a really fucked up backstory.
I predict that shit.
Yeah, man. This shit, like, just even that one thing. It's just the panel of her like, where did I go wrong? Like, what happened to me? It's like, oh my god, man. That's like, it's such a simple thing, but like the existential dread, just like, what happened to me? Like, I used to be I used to be on top of the world. Why am I being left behind? I'm still trying. Like, I'm still working my hardest. What's going on? That's so fucking sad, man. Oh my god.
Dude.
Then you got her fucking family in the other room.
Yeah, no, right?
Like,
What the hell?
guys?
Yeah. You're like, oh, she was a failure. No one.
Parents.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, we don't fucking talk about her. She's a loser. You're nothing like your loser, lame ass sister. It's like, jeez, man, so fucked up. Now she's getting blackmailed too to do all this shit. Fuck, man. This is just sad. Like, this is so fucking sad. Like, she's trying to fucking post tits online to just get a modicum of like someone to appreciate her or notice her or just acknowledge her presence. She can't even get that. It's just like, hey, I see what you're doing online. You need to listen to me now. Whatever you say has no meaning. If you do anything else, then I'm just contacting your parents and you're going to get in super omega trouble. So, like, man, dude, like, she's not allowed any outlet. She's not allowed any grace. She is constantly just being ignored by everybody. She's even referred to in this chapter as a ghost. Like, she can't even just go to school and sit in class to learn. Like, that is a problem. Like, everyone is just making life so fucking miserable for this girl for no reason. God damn. I want her on the squad now. I love Kouki too much. I want to protect her with my everything, bro. Fuck, dude.
You know what? You can be part of the dies almost every day squad. You've earned it.
You've earned it.
And hang out
At least she'll have friends.
Fucking dumb weirdos.
At least she'll have friends, but you can have friends with that dying every day.
What's another massive loser to add to the fucking catalog we got going on here, man? We got
we already added Rin. Yeah.
The more the merrier, as far as dweebs go.
Losers are just attracted to other losers.
I mean, yeah.
Stand losers.
Might as well just be
They're stand losers.
Stand losers, yep.
Yeah, man. I am so fucking sad for this girl, man. Like, I remember because again, when I said I forgot Dandadan, I was like, oh, it's probably because I didn't read it. Let me read that real quick.
Oops.
I opened up Shonen Jump. I read it. I was like, fuck, now I'm sad. Like, fuck, now I'm like miserable, man. Why did I do that? No wonder I didn't read this shit when it came out.
It's just another example of this author being so good at like communicating so much so like efficiently.
Yes, absolutely.
She didn't get like a super long, crazy in-depth backstory. It's just a couple pages. We see how like strangers treat her. We see how her family treats her, and then we see how she used to be treated, and then it's like, oh, it all makes perfect sense. Like everything, just we don't need more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that in itself is already such like a terrifying concept to grapple with. Like I mentioned earlier, just like looking back in your life and just wondering, where did I go wrong? Like that's already so terrifying and relatable and just so fucking sad. It's like you already get it. Like you already know why this is such a horrible thing that's happening to her. It's so fucked up, man. Yeah, I just need her to just have some friends. It's
well,
good,
we have an entire cast of characters that may just fill that role.
True. I'm excited.
She's a music girl. You think those music ghosts are gonna show back up then?
I do not know. I mean, I guess yeah, because when we see the music ghosts, they took place in the piano room, and she's like really good at the piano. So could be. Yeah, could be.
Bro, they're gonna have enough for a full band by the end of the fucking.
I was about to say we're gonna have a fucking band.
I think we already got enough for a band, man. At this point, we just got the backup singers. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have the piano girl. We got the singer. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing now. Which, crazily enough, that could be like, I mean, music does amp you so far that we've seen. So like, that's support is pretty cool. That's good.
The sickest bard known to mankind.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This is how it is. Yeah, so we could see some shit like that. That'd be pretty cool. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I just really hope she joins up now, man. It's so crazy. In one chapter, I went from like, oh, she's interesting to I would die for you. I want to protect you immediately. Please stay safe. Like, fuck. It just goes to the efficiency that you were talking about, Taco. It's so good. The series is so good.
Well, I'm sure they'll, once they figure out her backstory, they'll be nice to her. They're not gonna be like, bro, you fucking suck. You know?
Yeah. I can for sure see that. Or even if it's just treat her like a regular person. Like that in itself is already such a very good thing, considering nobody else does that seemingly. So hey, I'm excited to see that, man. I'm really excited. This is a good chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we really just gotta see where this goes from here.
For sure, man. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say on it. It was a very, very short chapter to read through, but very good all the same. Yeah. But before we get the F out of here, I will say thank you, Anime All Day, for the $5 donation. He says, what blade do y'all think Hirohiko is going to get? They're literally both floating above the theater, and you see it through the hole in the roof. Someone is going to die. I am not sure. I would not be surprised if it's Samura's, though. I think it's going to be Samura's.
Oh,
I think so, too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Samura's. Yeah.
One of them it's whoever dies, really, because I don't think both of them are gonna die.
Yeah, I think Uruha is gonna tell the tale, basically.
Yeah, that might be the case. It might be a thing of just, it's Samura's time to, like, karma's coming back at him, basically, and he'll see it that way, I imagine.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, I think it'll be Samura's to further play into the whole idea of him messing with Chihiro and being so upset. Hardy Hologram said, I don't think I've seen any podcast chat go to such trifling lengths to mess with the host.
Logan doesn't have to deal with this shit. People just worship him. We can't have that, though.
Hell no, bro. Hell, that's what makes it fun, though. But yeah.
When Bizarro Sailor shows up, you won't be saying that shit.
You know what? True. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can't even deny it. Anyway, we're gonna get the F up out of here. Make sure you guys let us know down below what your favorite chapter of the week was. Doesn't have to be anything that we covered here on the podcast. It could be Blue Lock, Blue Box, Kill Blue, Grand Blue, Blue Beetle, Undead Unluck, Hema 10.
See the Witch?
Yeah, Ichi the Witch. Any other good series that you're reading right now. Make sure you like the stream. Share the stream with all of your friends. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Check out the channels listed down below. And with that all being said, we are getting the mother F out of here. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang.